Heyo, kiddos. Yeah, I know the last one was supposed to be the last one. There are probably like 17 different last ones before that last one that was supposed to be the last one. So who knows if this will actually be the last one. I mean, the game, technically, when you own it, you can continue to play it forever. I mean, if I wanted to, I've got a copy on disc because that's how old it is. I got a copy of NHL 06 that I could whip out. Problem is that'd be on my PS3, and I don't think that even with firmware updates and stuff like that that has the ability to stream / broadcast or any of that stuff. So we're doing it over here on PS4. Here's the pack we're going with. I currently don't have any draft collectibles left, so I'm not really sure why I chose this one. I looked at the other ones, and I wasn't around for almost all of that. Or I might have been around for like whatever the beginning of it was, like maybe the playoff ones, and probably didn't see much value in it, which I guess is the real problem. Is I went and looked at them now and was like, yeah, I don't really see value in much of the rest of this either, except for the trading in 20 draft collectibles for a pretty pure Austin Matthews, who is not currently on my team, meaning like not just that card, like I don't have a version of Austin Matthews on my team, surprisingly enough, I guess. So, and the other two, Sagan and Hiskinen, I believe. So the other two are probably fine as well, and I think it's just those two, at least as far as packs go, that you could trade in the 24. I did have, and I showed this in my supposedly final video, I think the last one, that I had that Austin Matthews on my team twice. And they kind of overlapped from when they were on the team as loaner cards. Because one you got for like a crazy amount of time, like 6 days, maybe almost 7 days, and the other one was something less. I don't know if it was fewer days or X number of games played or something like that. But I know like one of the loans ended while the other one was still active, and had that going along with the free agency Matty Duchene that I would also love to be able to get. Do not have any version of him on my team either. I have no goalies, so like those are all still open. I basically have no defense. My only true defender is Alexiak, unless I were to count like the free Jordan Subban that they gave us. So I guess that technically counts. And if I wanted to sub it in, I've got the legend Chelios finally. It took me forever to get. Picked that up like about a month ago, I think, and assumed when I got it that it was going to be boss. It wasn't, and then assumed that it'd be fine. I would just upgrade it to the 99 and it would be boss, and the 99 is not boss. I've not upgraded it though. If I did upgrade it, it would probably have to be on my team, just being a right-handed true defender. I'd put him on there, but I'd much rather have Carlson, Brent Burns, Chara, but your Chara's left-handed. Is Brent? I was looking this over earlier today, just checking to see. I assumed the market was going to collapse today. I really did. The stock market basically had a better shot at collapsing than the auction house market here for some strange reason. I have no idea why. I would have expected those things to be different, like the inverse of that. Yeah, so stuff is still selling for way more than it should, and yet I'm not getting my price on basically anything. I will probably show, I've got stuff up right now, I have three free agency cards that are set to end their duration on the market in the next probably hour and a half or so. And knowing me, I'll probably talk for that amount of time. And if I do, I didn't notice that up top. If I do, then I'll have another quote unquote daily reward pack, even though, there's no monthly collectibles anymore and there's nothing to use for collectibles for September in this game. But there will be September collectibles in 20. For some people, for the game changers, basically starting like tomorrow or the day after, I think. And then if I wanted to buy it, which is kind of the point, if there is a point at all, it's kind of the point of this broadcast. If I want to pull the trigger on that, and if I want to like try to commit to, I don't think I can become that much better of a player without like some serious coaching. I have sought out a couple of people that I would like to get at least a small amount of coaching beyond what they already tell their followers. And I'm not throwing that hasn't really panned out. It's fine. I didn't even like tell them my name or anything like that. So it was just a general inquiry, if you will. And it seemed like they weren't just going to jump all over it, and that's understandable. But yeah, I think to be a better player at the actual game, the gameplay stuff, I could try to study the vids that are out there that talk about it. I mean, I went most of the year when I was actually playing, and then still watching some of the videos even when I wasn't playing the game for No Sleeves 12 at Sleeveless Gaming. And this was his first year as a game changer, but I felt like he gave a lot of good info, and he was kind of giving me a little bit of confirmation bias on some of the stuff that I was doing as far as playing inverted, left-handed shots over on the right side, left-handed shots over on the right side, right-handed shots over on the left side, and then even choosing to do that for both, all if I could, all four of the forward lines, as well as the three defensive lines as well. But even before that, choosing to drop some forwards onto the defensive side, just because generally defenders, for a very long time, I'd say probably until the time that I had like the most amount of time gone from the game, which was like mid to late February, I think, is when I left for at least a couple months. And then some good to decent cards came out for defenders at that point, with majorly boosted stats for shots and stuff like that. And there were some non-NHL players that had some diamonds that could be as low as like an 85 overall, that had almost a max shot power, but like no accuracy to speak of, and the rest of the stats were pretty garbage. But if you could kind of pair that, if you compare max shot power with max speed, especially from an 85 overall card, I felt like it was a pretty good deal. And I had a few of those on my team this year. Specifically, Arthur Kaliev, who is probably the main one that I was thinking of when I was saying that. He was an 85 diamond. I'd have to go into my marketplace and show you. He sold today. I'm doing a fire sale. I'm getting rid of all my tradable cards. I have to do them 25 at a time, unfortunately. So he sold today. I loved the card so much. I assume that I packed them in a pack like these that I'm going to open that give you tradable cards, but I don't know that for sure. I just know that he was tradable, so I may have gone out and bought him because I realized how much value he had, but I don't think so. I think whatever packs were out at the time, I packed him and looked at the stuff, and then looked at how much he was going for in the marketplace at the time, and was like, that's nuts. I'm not going to sell him for that much. It's too low. He's way too valuable of a card at that stage. And even towards endgame, he's kind of borderline. If you hadn't fully stacked your squad with 12 plus 6, but he is left-handed, so even if you're not fully stacked 12 plus 6, you should be able to, I don't know, at least in my opinion, if you exclude centers for a minute and then you say if you're going to play inverted or straight, you're going to play all your lefties on one side versus the other. So technically you're speaking about, like let's say a max of 7 players that are left-handed that are on your team end game. Then yeah, that's a little bit tougher to make your top 7 total overall left-handed shots in the game. I mean, I thought my team was atrocious, and it was for almost all the year until we got to these free agency stuff. Yeah, if he's making your top 7 for something for just speed and a max shot, that's iffy. Maybe you stopped maybe you stopped playing around the time that I did, and you didn't bother to come back, and so you weren't able to backfill with some halfway decent cards. So point being, I was unwilling to sell him for less than 5,000 coins, so that's what I put him up as the minimum, and then gave it whatever I gave it. I think I gave it a day to sell. It didn't go too crazy high. I think I got about 7K for it, which is that's just insane that it's that low. But I get it. It's an 85 overall card when there's I think there's like 300 plus 99s on the market, which is insane. Like more than half of those are these free agency cards. They give you generally like at least 10 points spread out over 5 different synergies. So it's like, if you're like me and your team is basically nothing but free agency cards at this point, and almost exclusively 99s, then it's the only reason why you wouldn't have certain synergies activated is because most of your cards are filling out things like burner, and they're not necessarily filling out like defensive warrior or even it's a trap. So anyway, let's get to a point, huh? All right, so this is what I'm thinking in the room. And nobody follows this channel, and nobody pays attention to anything that I do on YouTube. I haven't sworn yet, I don't think, so that's pretty good. It's probably a record for me. I think what I'm going to do here is I would do the thing that somebody would do if they had a real channel and they had people actually watching and stuff like that. So I've already wasted money, as you can see in the top right there. I'm not one of those that kind of pretends like this stuff just comes out of thin air and like, oh yeah, no, I totally had 4 million coins that I earned from offline versus CPU challenges, even though there's only like there's probably like 250,000 at most, and even that seems kind of high. If you include the special versus events, then maybe, but even then it would have to do more with like the special events, particularly giving you packs like these that you were actually able to trade. If they did that, then sure, but generally even those did not happen. You'd get these packs and they'd be untradeable cards. And so if that meant that you could take one of those untradeable cards and put them onto your team and then sub out a player that you were playing with who was tradable and sell that, then fine. But yeah, a lot of these things, it's like they become quick sells, really, nothing else, or trade-ins to other sets. And I think I have to give up on my almost 1 full year of addiction of the gold rare player rerolls at this point. Hopefully. So like I was trying to say, if this was a real channel, if people were really on here and we're trying to do special fun kind of stuff, which is kind of the part of the point, is that I may look to do that for this next year. Next year is next week, so I mean this is happening. It'd be a new channel. I knew everything. So considering it, wasn't going to. For some reason, I feel like I feel like it's the way to go. But I'm going to let the basically merciless and brutal pack gods or pack odd gods, whichever you prefer, make the determination for me. Especially because, again, there's nobody on this fake channel. There's nobody tuning in. There's nobody that can provide feedback. Not that I would necessarily be swayed by some random person who I've never heard from before, who is just like, yeah, totally do a real channel next year. So yeah, as you can see, I've got the points. You know, you only get those from spending money. So this was probably a waste, but we'll see. If it turns out to not be, then I think that I'm going to use this as my rationalization for doing NHL20, like for real channel, not this one. You know, real team name. Eventually, if that goes off well enough, maybe even giving out my actual name, that kind of stuff. Being willing to, I mean, not that I'm not willing to do it now. I don't have the PS4 webcam, and I don't have a whole setup to be able to run stuff, you know, through my computer when I'm creating content for here. I'd have to kind of figure that out, which with the right setup, if you pay enough for it, it seems like it's not the most difficult thing to figure out. But that aspect of it, outside of just getting what I would hope would be just kind of a crappy PS4 webcam that I could put on the edge of my TV, and also very seriously considering upgrading the TV as well. Not that that necessarily matters for you guys, but those are thoughts. So yeah, I think this is what's going to happen here. Again, I've got no draft collectibles at the moment. I've got 12,000 points. I can open up basically 7.5 of these extreme free agency packs, and as you can see, I have a little bit of coinage as well. For those that don't know, I mean, I'm less than 4,000 coins shy of being able to spend coins on these packs as well. This was mostly just showing the percentages though. So my thought process is pretty straightforward. I'm thinking that if I can get this, if I can get 12 collectibles and have the choice set 2 of 9, just because it's something that I wanted to do from the beginning. There's a little bit more than 2.5 days supposedly left on this, and then these other ones are only showing a little bit more than 9.5 days left on the legend ones. And I think because you know, because I did everything else with the collectibles, the draft collectibles being like Howard Chuck and Kanoye, and then I did this one a couple times, so that was kind of stupid of me. If I'd realized that I was going to get 12, I should have just done this one. It probably would have been better, but who knows. Can't really complain. I got 99 Tavares and 99 Hemsky, and I actually must have done that 3 times, because I got ones that were not great either, unless those, I don't know, unless those came from other types of extreme free agency packs. But both of those cards are tradable, the 2 that I just mentioned, as are some others that I've got up on the market as well right now. So if I could get 12 just to be able to do that 2 of 9 for the first time ever, then I think that's my determination as to whether I should just kind of bite the bullet on NHL 20. And for anybody that knows the costs involved in these things, you might think that this is insane. Well, I already am insane. It's been proven over the course of the last year, for anybody that was unaware before. But I spent $100 US dollars on these points to be able to open up approximately 7.5 of these packs. And so that's more than the cost of NHL 20, because I have 19, so I can get the Ultimate Edition, which is what this edition is, that I had no intention of getting in any future years for almost any game. It seems like across the board, not just with EA, but with Take-Two, with Rockstar, with Sony San Diego Studios, just on down the line, it seems like The standard edition is fine. It's workable. Um, I think I'm actually playing a standard edition of MLB The Show 19 right now. That wasn't by choice. It's not what I put the request in for, but that's what got sent to me. So it is what it is. Um, but I, generally speaking, this is just my viewpoint at the moment. I kind of feel like the difference between like if you want extras, just get them from the middle tier edition. So I think they call that the deluxe edition usually. Um, and it used to be like $20 difference. So instead of 100, you'd pay 80. And then like the standard game was going to be at least like 60 anyways. So if you wanted the extra stuff, you pay an extra 20. You get sometimes half as much extra stuff. But like in this game, for example, that meant, actually, what did it mean? I should probably check on this. It either meant that you were only getting one gold pack per week for whatever, however many weeks it was, 20 weeks or 24 weeks, 26, I have no idea, I don't remember. So it was either that, it was either one gold pack per week for the same number of weeks, or it was the same as we got here in the Ultimate Edition, 2 packs per week, but for half the amount of time. And if it was the latter, if it was still 2 packs per week, but only for half the amount of time, it's like way more valuable in my mind than basically getting twice as many packs, but getting them at a time where gold packs in this game were worthless. So if I do play 20, I'm definitely hoping that packs will get better across the board, and that therefore that will mean that gold packs will be valuable outside of just the first, like, at most 2.5 weeks, and most people would say like the first like five days basically of the game. So from these packs, we can rip, I don't know why I say we, the only one in the room, if I can rip 12 collectibles, which the odds say is, I'm not trying to jinx myself, but the odds say that's not going to happen if I only do 7 of these. But if I can do that, that might be enough. If I can do it with what I have here, just the 12,000 points, so that's 7 of these packs. If I could rip 12 collectibles, regardless of everything else, I think that should be my starting point, and that might be enough for me to be able to say, okay, I'll go ahead and try to make NHL 20 work. And what I was trying to say was, like, that cost me $100. The game at discount for me, because I have this version this year, was only like I actually don't remember. But whatever it was, I think it turned out to be $80 for the Ultimate Edition. It might have been. They might have done it weird. They might have done like $10 off, so it was 90. But then if you got EA access, it was like an extra 10% off. So maybe it was actually $81 would make more sense, I guess. But whatever it was, I feel like it was like 80 or 81. So it's basically the same. It was the same, or it was within $2 or $3 from what you pay for the deluxe edition. Which, if I wanted to really try hard to at least build a team, I can't say be competitive, because that would require me being able to play the game, and I'm terrible at the game. So to be able to get basically the Ultimate Edition for the same price as the deluxe, which I believe is was the whole point of that whole thing, then that it kind of makes sense, and that would be probably what I would do. And so instead of just buying that with a pre-order right now, and then being able to download that in I don't know, 5 days from now, instead I wasted that money on points for me to rip a pack in a game that is dead. So not a pack, I mean more than one pack, but more than one of one type of pack, I guess I should say. So I guess we'll start with that as a starting point. If I can rip 7 of these packs and end up with 12 or more draft collectibles, then I should just call it a day, wrap it up, say we're good to go. We're going to do NHL20. It's going to be a whole new thing. And then this channel's basically already killed anyways. It's super private. And I want to be able to access the content pretty easily. So I don't want to have to go through, especially with a ton of just spur like this right here, spur of the moment streams that have gone off in the last, I don't know, 5-6 months. I don't really want to go into every single one of those and make them full on private or only viewable to me or whatever. So instead, I'll just kind of like let this die with what it is, and then look to get the new channel set up and set up all the linkages and stuff like that to it. Go from there. So I think that's the starting point. If I don't do that, for me, it would then be able to still get 12 in another way, because I'd still have half of one of these packs available through points, so I could maybe waste even more money on points, or I could find a way to get those 4,000 coins. If anybody buys anything that I've got up on the market right now, I'd have a ton more than 80,000 coins, actually. The ones that are ending right now. I don't know how to, like, try to get it to, like, refresh itself. Not happening. Oh, I don't think it's done yet anyways. Yeah, dumbass. I got 15 minutes. Nobody has made offers. Alright, that's fine. So those are not going to sell, I guess. Unless somebody's going to snipe it last second. They might be slightly overpriced too. Who knows? But yeah, so if I got another 3,400 coins, I'd be able to use coins to buy one of these as well, and I'll have a little extra points left over after doing 7 of these. So I think the step 1 is rip 7 of these with the points, and if we get the 12 collectibles, then use that, go with that. If we get close to that but don't quite get that, consolation would be if we can get up to 12 without going too crazy, and then get into that pack and have at least one, if not both, of the 2 choices be cards that I would add to my team, or could sell for at least 6 figures in coins, and therefore be able to turn around and buy in the market someone who I would want to add to the team. And that might sound strange if you're not following the markets right now. It's just, I can't really explain that any other better way. Not that I'd be complaining and not that I wouldn't take it, but a 99 overall, basically close to max 99 overall, free agency, left-handed shot, any position except maybe defense. Certain defenders who would also have to be like huge, so they'd have to be basically like Brent Burns or Chara as far as their size. Since for some reason I didn't realize until today that Carlson's not really that big of a dude. I mean, he's 6 foot and he's like, I don't know, 180, 190, something like that. But when I was reviewing players like Howardchuk, comparing to Kanoye, and guys like Afalo, you just saw I was looking to sell right now, looking to sell Afalo, and who was the other one? Let's just go over to that and see that for a second, so I can stop babbling on about shit that I can't remember. I like the other one too that I'm selling, so I actually don't mind that people are not buying these. Yeah, Raymond. And Raymond is, again, another left-handed shot. So, he's 6 foot, 185. Follows exactly the same, 6 foot, 185. And I'd have to go in and look because I don't have a Carlson. I guess we could do this, right? It'd be nifty if they just had one, like, sitting here waiting for us. Let's do... No, that's... Oops. like because of the stupid alumni, you have to be like super specific on stuff. And I know there's other ways for me to search for this. So somebody's selling that Hayton for 20. Somebody should jump on and immediately get that card. This card, I'm selling this right now as well. I'm selling it for 50K though, and I think that's a steal. This is such a boss card. For me, it's still an end game card. He's a center, and he's left-handed, so you get to slot him in at center if you want to, and not have to take up one of your forward positions and/or sticking him on defense. He's got a base face-off stat of 88, plus comes with face-off master, so that bumps it to 90 overall face-offs. Plus, he gets the team-based synergy. If you're like me and you got that activated, that's another +2. So you're talking about 92 on face-offs. Not bad, not great. You know, my top two are both 99 plus. I'm not really sure if they go above 99, but they're at least 99. My third guy's not bad either. So he's not really finding a spot for me at the moment, and I'm not really playing anymore. So that was kind of the reason why I figured, okay, if people want to have this card, they should be able to get it. As you see there, he's max speed, max gate, and max shot power, and the accuracy is not that bad. It's 88 and 86, and those both get boosts with team-based synergies as well. So I mean, he's 6'1", 190. So again, like, he's kind of small, I guess. But I don't know. He played great for me, and I think, is he still up there? Yeah, 28K. I mean, I know game's over, but I feel like this is a steal here. But that was kind of my point, though. I've literally never seen this card before. I didn't see a lot of the. Oh, it's a 95. I thought it was a 99. That's why I was confused. So I mean, I don't know if you compare it to something like that. Guy's a lot smaller, but whatever. Plus whatever. I don't know. All I want to see is a Carlson. That's all I'm looking for. Somebody actually. Oh, it's the Capitals because that's off. I was like, why did you choose? If you could have done a Russian set, why did you bother with Kuznetsov? He's not maxed. That's silly. There we go. Here's a 99 defensive. So he's 6 foot 191. You know, so what did I say? A follow and he has a right-handed shot though, but a follow and Raymond, I think, are 6'1", 185. I mean, did the 6 extra pounds really make that much of a difference? I mean, I don't know. I feel like I always felt like he was kind of not necessarily like lanky, but like I mean, like almost leggy. If that makes any sense. So like he's got long strides. Now it just sounds like I'm trying to have intimate relations with him. It's so I don't know. It just felt like playing against him mostly, and then the few times that early on when I'd have his base card on my team, because I've never had any other versions of his cards ever on my team, and I'm sure I picked them up in draft champions and stuff like that, but that's about it. So very limited exposure on my team. So it was more so just playing against him. It really felt like he had these long strides. So that would help whenever it was a card that didn't have the 99 speed. And now you got 99 speed. If you got that plus long strides, that's that much better. And it seemed like he played at least taller, if not bigger in general. And I mean, I guess not. Or if he does, then like a follow and Mason Raymond and all these other ones that are like 6'1", 185 shouldn't be that much difference in comparison for their size and on the body, etc. And when I was pointing out that like Howard Schuck seemed like he was playing a little bit small, but I have, for now, he's the only 99 that I have that I've moved over to defense. He's playing RD1 with a left-handed shot because again I play inverted, and he's 6'3", and he's got to be at least 185, but he could be like 235. I have no idea. I can't even remember because I'm so thrown off by seeing this for the first time today in like months, where I was like, wait, hold on. I lost sight of current players' size because I don't really know why actually. Maybe because it was just like that. I was focusing on guys like Brent Burns and Chara. Now, obviously, Chara's a giant Goliath man, um, but like it would mostly be, people who were playing against me. They'd have these guys on defense, and they'd be fast, and they'd be huge, and so it was just like you couldn't do anything against them. And then once they'd bring it into their offensive third, they're knocking down shots, and you can see if you got this card, you see why that is. I mean, he's basically max on shots as well. This person's probably asking way too much for this card, right? Yeah, of course, that's absurd. Here's one of mine. That is a crazy low price in my opinion. I know that sounds strange that I'm saying that this is really high and this is really low, but this comes first off with a lot more synergies, and it's also a pure 99. And just 99s across the board, even endurance, which is now turned into a huge thing at the end of this year. We'll see if it's into 20. The only things that are not technically 99 is discipline, which is not actually a stats category. That's a trait. So you shouldn't really mind that being a bit lower. And shot blocking is 91. Stick checking is 98, and which will get a boost, and defensive awareness is 96. So that can maybe get a boost to at least 98 as well. It's basically a pure 99. People still want $1 million for Mario Lemieux, huh? So this was the card at the beginning of the year, 6'4", 225. So I don't know. That feels like more on the body than these other guys. These 6'1", 185 dudes. Right-handed shot, pure 99s across the board. Before they were willing to kind of point out to us that stuff like discipline or even fighting skill or aggression, you might not have actually wanted it to be 99. And then the one card alone gives you 4+4 to those synergies. But I don't know. I would rather have a pure 99 plays of the year, like the Barkov, which is me. If we get back to an actual point here, it'd be nice. Jeez. So I've been talking for almost 45 minutes. All right, so we're going to rip these packs in the store. So the first marker is in 7 of these packs, if we can somehow scrounge up 12 collectibles. And you can see from the stats, that would be bucking the odds. From there, if we can't, I'll maybe adjust it where I'd have to make some extra moves and be able to open up another pack or two or something like that. I could also just buy a collectible or two with the coins that I've got right now. But then if I do that, it would come down to which 2 cards, meaning at least one good one and maybe possibly getting lucky with 2 good ones out of that trade-in set for the free agency cards that we would get. I don't know if I had 20 of these, I'd at least, I guess, consider the draft Austin Matthews. But I don't think that's where we're going to go with this. And so while I'm opening these packs, it's not just looking for draft collectibles, because one of the other things that I'll leave as kind of the last marker is if I open up 7 of these, don't get 12, maybe try to finagle some other stuff moving around, and hopefully don't spend too many extra dollars on points for maybe some more of these packs. If that's not working, if that's not getting us to 20, what would do it is getting boss cards in the actual packs. So I would look to basically quick sell or pack and sell almost anything that would come out of this as far as player cards. Certainly anything that's on that list there, 85 plus, if that's like 87, 88 or lower, and not special versions, because there aren't really those in packs right now supposedly. It's kind of just the free agency cards. Although, I don't know, at least in the gold rare rerolls, I've been getting tier 2 and tier 3 of the alumni that are part of the upgrade to legend process cards. Like my 90 overall Bernie Parent, I think, is either currently on offer or I already sold that earlier today. I forget which. So that's an example of a tier 3 alumni card. You take that plus however many carbon collectibles and you can get the legend, and then now you take the legend and you turn that in with draft collectibles and you get a 99 overall. I have no interest in any of that for Bernie. I'm not feeling the burn at the moment. Like I would take it if they just gave it to me. Um, but that's not necessarily what we're looking for here as far as player cards. Um, it'd be the stuff that you'd see that they're advertising as being still in packs. They're saying thank you and goodbye. So like right there, I haven't looked at the underlying stats on any of these, except I think I took a quick look at the Mitch Marner, and he seemed fine. I'd be mostly looking at 99s, and some 99s, in my opinion, are not the greatest. So then it would just come down to, like, if I don't want them on my team, how much I could get for them for cards that I'd rather have in my team. And then there's no 99s here. For some reason, they show you 395s and a 96. I don't know if is Upshaw a goalie or something. Is that why they did that? I kind of forgot about this particular page. And then you got Cam Ward as a 99 here, being the goalie. So I mean, like, honestly, that Cam Ward would be enough. If I open up 7 of these packs, I get close on the draft collectibles, and I get the Cam Ward. I think I'd probably have to, call it a season and say, okay, we're good. We can move to 20, do this thing for real now. I see also on there the Scott Darling. The Scott Darling would be. I mean, honestly, my goalies are terrible. So my goalie right now is Kincaid, who's a 93 overall free agency card. So I'd have to, I guess, look at their makeup and determine which one I would prefer to rock with. But if I picked up nothing but that Scott Darling, he'd get slotted in place of my backup right now, and then it'd be probably just be a toss up between him and Kincaid as to which one I would start, as opposed to Cam Ward, unless he's something totally weird with like a really squeaky 5-hole or super aggro or something else that I'm not into. I'd imagine that he'd not only get added to my team and would be enough for me to say, yeah, we're good to go with 20, that we kind of passed this final test here with the pack odd gods. But being a 99 overall, it looks like all the face stats are 99 too. I imagine it's probably a pretty solid card. Might be turned into my starting goalie, and could finally get the overall on the team up from 97 to 99. Haven't done that yet. Again, here's some more 96s, and the 94 free agency, Gabriel Bork, probably going for about as much or less money than his 78 base gold common went for during the special event in which he was a turn-in for better stuff. I thought there was a bunch more 99s that they were listing. I guess not. So there's Maroon, and I don't know how I feel about the rest of those. And that's it. So I kind of assumed that all of the free agency cards would be in packs, and that they're just kind of showing you, an overall listing of various types of things that you could pull from them. If that's not the case, then this might have been a much worse decision than I thought. But I've already, it's called the sunk cost fallacy. If I want to make any decisions currently based off of the fact that I've already spent the money and I've got the points, can't do anything with the points other than spending them on packs in the game. So I'm gonna have to rip some packs. So I'm gonna stick with what I said. If I can get the 12 collectibles, and yeah, I would have kind of preferred getting 1.5 extra Russian cards out of that. I'd take probably either, I mean, basically anything but Kuzi. So I'd be willing to take 3 of the other 4 that I don't have. So not Kuzi. I would take either Panarin, who's not 99, Radulov, who is but who's left-handed, or even the goalie. Vasilevsky is solid. It's a pure 99 card, and he's not crazy aggro. So I would have done that if those sets were still available. They're not. So we're gonna do this. Enough talking. If I explained it all yet enough, here's our odds. Here's the packs. Mostly looking at collectibles and seeing if we can maybe get lucky, you know, especially opening up 7 of these. If we get at least one good player card. Let's get a timestamp on this. All the stuff that I'll have to do with much greater ease in the on the new channel for next year if we opt to do that. Not too bad. Under an hour so far of babbling from me. Hopefully I explained all that proper. And let's get it going. It's 22 items, 16 player items, 4 guaranteed NHL, which doesn't really matter, and then the increased chance of the 2 draft collectibles. And it should be more than just free agency cards and base. Whether it's gold rare, gold common, silver rare, silver common, bronze rare, or the 6 bronze commons that are in the game. It should be more than just those base cards and the free agency cards in here. Obviously the alumni that have been in every pack so far. But I wouldn't really. I think it'd be odd, but I would take it if there was a good enough one. But I don't think we're gonna get any like team of the week or milestones or prime times or any of the other event things. Like we're not going to get NHL award things or Stanley Cup things or really any of those types of cards either. I don't think like those. I wouldn't expect those to be in these packs. But whatever, like you can just give me like the 99 Gold Leaf, Gretzky, and Lemieux cards, or just like, you know, how about all 16 player items, you know, in all 7 packs are nothing but 99s, even if they're mostly free agency cards. I'm more than happy with that. Let's rip some packs. Stop talking. Let's get it going. That was weird. I don't know if you could hear that on your end, but I heard coins. So I had a bid off on something and apparently it got rejected. Wow. All right. Well, the rest is terrible. Is what it is. I 1, 2, 3, 4. I did get exactly. No, I got 6 actually. I got 6 gold commons. No, I'm going to stick with what I said I was going to do. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I save the collectibles to my collection. And then we're just going to quick sell all this. Anything that's not a special card is going quick sell. And then because it's 5K, they're going to make it look like you got a bunch of coins when you really didn't. So sure, at this point we could already get coins on one of these, but that's not the intention. So 2 down, hopefully 10 to go. 10, 1, 0. Good start, I think. Oh, no good. Oh, we got 1. And my experience has been, whether they've been untradeable or untradeable, typically like if you have, you know, just the 1 or sometimes when you get none, for me, I'd get a pretty good card in those. Like that's where I think I got those, the Afalo and the Mason Raymond and uh, the 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 Kincaid, I think. 'Cause I can't imagine I chose Kincaid. Maybe I did though. Um, and some others and some other ones that weren't even free agency cards as well. Like I said, like the 90 overall, um, Bernie Parent is an alumni, not a legend, tier 3 alumni. Whereas this Kelly Hudry is tier 1. That is a base Hudry. That's only going for 1,000 coins. Kind of disappointing. So pretty much a disappointing pack. And I wouldn't say like that or the 81 Nick Leddy is enough for me to think, that it was worth kind of only getting the one collectible. I just don't see it that way. I was kind of hoping for that. I didn't say it though. But after getting the first silver one and having, so this was the first 4 cards, and Vanek I believe has a 99 free agency card. So it's like, it's kind of disappointing. I've never, all year, no matter how many cards are in a pack, and like these ones with the 22 items, with 16 player items, is about the most that you tend to get per pack. But I've never, in the same pack, pulled the same player, but with like a different one of his other cards. So like once the 79 Vanek is up here, then like I know, well I don't know, but I know based on experience in my data set that means I'm not going to get the 99 Vanek in this pack. Not that I was expecting to anyways. But I also know like if he had other cards out there besides just this gold common, that I was not going to get those. Same deal with the Hudry. He's got, this is a tier 1. He's got a tier 2 that's 83. He's got a tier 3 that's 85, and then maybe 86. And then his legend is 88, 89. Yeah, so probably 85 and 88. And you would think that any of those would be available, but certainly not once you've already pulled this one. And I'd also kind of like to think that the even the alumni that have the 99 legends in free agency packs too, but probably super unlikely to pull. And that's kind of the point, is that once you don't get the collectible, for me at that point I'm hoping for what I got, which was at least one more, but hoping for good cards, and I don't consider Nick Leddy to be a good card. Hoping for good cards to come with that one collectible. And then especially if I'm not going to get any collectibles at all in the pack, then you'd look for something crazy like the Plays of the Year Barkov that I don't think would be in packs. I think I actually didn't. It wasn't on that. I didn't swear. I almost swore. It wasn't on the list of things that are out there. So I don't think even the latest Plays of the Year, the Pecorine, I don't think that even he would be considered in packs anymore either, which really sucks. Because Plays of the Year cards are far and away the best cards in the game at this point. So overall, I would just say it's a pretty disappointing pack. Gonna get another 5,700 back for our troubles. And we have two out of the 7 packs pulled, 3 out of the hoping for 12 collectibles pulled so far. Let's keep it rocking. Shit. Okay, I did swear. Oh my god. What? And that's what I get. I went like almost an hour without swearing. I kind of almost let one out a couple minutes ago. Okay, so we have to be getting a massive card here. There's gonna be a free agency card in this pack, which means it's got to be like whatever that is, a 93 plus. Just give us something crazy massive. Especially because this is now the third pack. We only got 4 more to go, which is only 8 max on top of the 3 that we've got. So that's 11. We did not meet our first stated goal. One of the other stated goals was getting close and getting a boss card. So just drop like a pure 99 that gets on it. It has to be able to make the team. That's the key. And I will show the team for anybody that actually ends up watching this thing. There's somebody in the room now. If you're logged into YouTube, feel free to comment. We're going to rip all of the extreme free agency packs until we get what we want for today. We're going to spend money. We're going to spend coins. We're just going crazy with this. And as you see here, we got 2 silver collectibles in this particular pack, which looks like garbage. Looks like pure garbage. So I'm calling it right now. There's going to be a free agency card in this pack, which means it's going to be 93 plus. And I'm thinking it's going to be a super huge one. It's got to make the team, though, to fit the criteria. The criteria was either getting 12 collectibles for the 2 of 9 trade-in set, or getting close and then being able to finagle our way into getting that, and getting at least 1 card out of that pick 2 that would get added to the team, or getting close to that in collectibles, and we've got 3 so far, and this is now the 3rd pack that we've opened, or getting a card that could actually get added to the team. And that's going to be tough to do since all my forwards are 99s. All but one of them are free agency 99s, and pretty pure 99s. And so there's not a ton of spots left. It'd be a lot easier for them to make the team if they were a goalie, because I'm severely lacking, which is why we're looking at a 97 overall instead of 99. That's just gross. That's just gross. What are you doing, EA? What are you doing? How does this even make any sense? I should do the math to figure out how much each one of these cost. I mean, it's 100 divided by 7.5. There's no way this is worth it. No way. Not even close. How many coins am I? I'm not even getting 5,000 coins back. It's garbage. All right. So we got. Don't go crazy, man. It's 4,600 coins. So we've opened up 3 of these so far. I got 4 more to go. We got 3 collectibles so far. You can only get 2 per pack, so we can get 8. If we get to 11, we'll see from there. See how that goes. Don't want to get ahead of myself. That would be getting the max number of collectibles in all the remaining packs, after getting the minimum in the last one, which is 0. Yep. So I was like, it's not looking good. We got 1 though. So we're going to send that to the collection. Go ahead and quick sell the rest of this. This should be a little bit closer to 5K here. Yeah. There we go. Some coins back into the kitty. All right. So yeah, we got 30. Let's just go. We got one. We got 1 out of that. So we got 4 of the necessary 12. What the fuck? It's like, I wasn't gonna swear, but like, how many silver collectibles are you gonna give me? Seriously. And like, no, 2. Great. So this is the worst you can possibly get. And like, no good cards. Like a repeat of Doughty, who I'm trying to sell. I think maybe I've got a. Oh, you motherfuckers. Oh my god. He's a defender? Any good, man? Max skate, shitty endurance. Not even max shots. Handles 90, checking 95, defense 93. He doesn't make the team. Now I'm in rough territory here because I said I was going to quick sell everything, but I said I wasn't going to quick sell the special cards, and that is a special card. It's not a very good one. This is still an atrocious pack. Like this pack would have been like the best pack ever if this was a gold pack back in the first like 11 and a half months ago or something like that. So we'll go ahead and send this to the collection, I guess. But the rest of this is just quick sell to get me up above 100k coins. 2 silver collectibles. I don't know, maybe I should be like not quick selling those because they're how much? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have been doing that the whole time. I can at least turn those into golds and then I can quick sell those or sell them on the market for something more, I think. I don't know, it's been a while since I've done that. Hope I'm not messing with the juju at this point because I took those collectibles out. But we are running low. We only got 2 packs so far left to go. Not looking good. I don't remember if we're still at 3 or 4. I think we're still at 3. Got them both. And 83 Proby. I think that's tier 1. Up to 110. That went quicker than the normal ones. So we only have enough for 1 more of these packs at the moment. We do have 110,000 coins. How many? See how many? I think we only have 4 collectibles. Like, this is just so bad. And I shouldn't have been quick selling those silvers. That was pretty stupid of me, but whatever. We got 6. Am I just not? I'm doing a terrible job of keeping track, I guess. I'm just thrown off because I'm getting so many silver collectibles and I got 1 free agency card so far. So I mean, obviously we're not getting 6 in this next pack. So now it's bargain time, because unless this last pack has a free agency card that would actually play on the team, we did not meet the criteria at all, because the best we can do is 2 more. We can have 8. I don't know, for me, I think 8 out of 12 is not close enough, and the free agency card that we got I also think is not close enough. And yeah, I was stupid, I guess, for quick selling the collectibles. The silver collectibles, I could turn those into gold, but whatever. That wasn't, I'm not about that life at the moment. So I'm gonna have left over, what, 800? Yeah, so I could rip a premium, I guess. I don't really see the point in doing that. Because again, if I get 2 here, that's 8. I still need 4, and here I can only get 1. So that would be, then I'd have 9. 9 12s would be a lot closer, and I could get the same good shot at good cards in this one as I can in this one. Same types of cards, just not as good of odds, obviously. So bargain time, I think, because I don't really want to waste those coins on packs, as weird as that sounds. So I think the bargain that we'll make, I got to get a refill. I'm gonna take 2 seconds to do that. I think the bargain that we're gonna make is we're gonna open up 1 more of these, kind of intended to be the last one, how about this? If we get if we get exactly 2 collectibles, the max we can get on this last pack, bumping us up to 8, then I will keep ripping. I'll toss down some more funds to figure that out real quick. So if that happens, then I guess I probably will rip the premium, hoping for 1 there. That would get us to 9. I would need 3 more. And then maybe I could just... I know I got the coins to buy them. That's not the point. It's supposed to be about, having the RNG gods play in our favor for once in the whole year. So yeah, if we get 2 out of that, then I guess I'll open up this one. So especially if we get 2 in the first one, and then a third one in this one, for sure I will, I guess, buy 2 more extreme packs. Because we just need 3 collectibles at that point. Or if we get 1, and I'm not super pissed at what's left in that pack, and then I open up the premium and somehow manage to get 1 out of that as well. So I guess basically what I'm saying is the remaining points at 2,400 points. If we get it, minimum we have to get is 2 collectibles with those points for me to continue on with this, and for me to be willing to toss some extra dollars. Welcome to it, whoever just joined us here. We were trying to go crazy. You can, if you're logged into YouTube, you can comment. Feel free to, after the fact, rewind and see some of what's come out of this. I won't give any spoilers away for you for that. But there was a criteria that was set by me, because it's I'm the only one here, of whether I was going to do a real channel, like everything, everything real name, real everything, for NHL20. Like, first off, meaning that I'd actually buy a copy of NHL20, because I've not done that. So I would get 20, and then I'd be prepared to start doing creating some content for that game. Not just this stuff that I do over here on this fake channel, where I just jump on and start streaming and talking nonsense, and having the PlayStation tell me that my bandwidth is not sufficient when it totally is. So that was the bargain that I was making with the devil here, is if the ring gods, if the pack odd gods would fall in my favor, that I would go ahead and make that commitment to doing that. I'd go ahead and buy the game like today, tomorrow, I guess, and then with EA Access, I'd be able to jump into that in like another 2 or 3 days after that, I believe. So I think full release is 9/13, September 13th, and early release for pre-orders is 9/10. And I thought it's tomorrow. Yeah, EA Access is tomorrow for me, because it's right now it's the 3rd. It's about to be the 4th. So not the 4th, but the 5th is when EA Access will be open. Only 10 hours of gameplay. Only, I don't know. So you gotta kind of maximize your utility if you're gonna do that. But also, at least for me, it's saving $10 off of the price of the game with that EA Access, along with having 10 hours of whatever type of gameplay I like before the full release on the 10th. And I don't know, because I never planned on doing this with the Xbox, so I didn't pay attention to what they've always had over there. But I would kind of assume, and I know I make an ass out of you and me when I assume, but I would assume that, like, being able to play EA Access early in a little bit more than 24 hours from now, unless they don't do it at midnight. Maybe they'll do it at the server reset time of 2 p.m. Pacific, which would kind of suck, but whatever. So when they do that, it would seem strange to me that you'd be able to play 10 hours of the full release game, basically 5 days and that wouldn't require you to download it, your digital copy, like in full prior to doing that. Like I assume that the whole game is open at that point, as opposed to like for me for this year on NHL19 and every other game that I did pre-order and jumped on early, which was like all 2 of them. Once it was like, all right, now it's released, then you'd have to go and download, upload, get it all straightened out. And at least for me, the other game was Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe it's just a bigger game or whatever, I guess. But comparatively speaking, for that one, I was like, it was at least half a day. It was at least 12 hours, if not closer to like a full day, that I was delayed from when I was like ready to play and click the button ready to go before the game was actually fully onto my device and able for me to jump in and play. So I would hope that with early access, with EA access, 4 or 5 days prior, that you'd already have been through the process of, download, upload, getting it all set up on your device. So that when it does do the full release and you can go beyond your original 10 hours of gameplay and just play every minute of every hour of every day for the next 12 months, that you can do that from like the moment that starts. Again, I don't know if it's midnight Pacific time or if it's this year's standard server reset time of 2 p.m. Pacific, but that is set for the 10th. And again, early access is set for the 5th. I'm still on September 3rd at the moment, but it'll be the 4th by the time I finish this sentence, basically. I'm going to get a refill. I'll be back in like 60 seconds. We're going to rip one more pack at least. We're going to waste these 2,400 points. And that's the deal that I'm making at this point. If we can get 2 more collectibles out of what's basically going to be 1 extreme pack and 1 premium pack, then I will dip into the kitty a bit more and see if we can't get those 12 collectibles. I just really want to see for myself what the ring gods are giving me out of these packs. So far, it hasn't been fantastic outside of the collectibles, and then I'd want to see from that choice set the 2 of 9, because I've seen what the 1 of 3 is. And I've gotten lucky on those. I got Tavares, the card's awesome. I got the Hemsky, I think that's an awesome card too. It's also another 99, he's a right-handed shot. So I'm not really complaining about that, but I'd like to see what the 2 of 9 is like. And the whole point of this basically just comes down to whether or not I can actually add at least 1 player card to my existing team. And if I can do that, then that's the deal. And we'll do NHL20 on a brand spanking new channel and with the works, real stuff, and not just me rambling on and going to grab another beer. Back in 60 seconds. All right, so I am mostly back here, and I looked into these other ones as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, and I don't have any. I literally have none of these cards. And the only team of the year No, I didn't. I have none of these cards because the only team of the year that even mattered for me was just because we all got that Spezza, and now we have a better Spezza that I can't get because I can't score 3 goals in 1 minute periods because I can't even win. I can't even win the faceoffs outside of the very first one of the game. So I looked at these. But I don't have any of the cards. So like it'd be cool, I guess, to get an awards or Stanley Cup or a team of the year card that's really boss. But you know, it seems like maybe not the greatest odds being able to do that. And then those collectibles, I have none of those collectibles. So even though that opened up and it's very similar, it's not the same. You know, here's the odds for this, and then here's the odds for all the other ones. So they're close, but you know, it is what it is. For me, I still feel like these things basically come down to the collectibles, and so since I don't have any of those other collectibles, it just seemed to make the most sense that I would stick with the horse that brung me. So we're gonna rip this extreme one first because we could get 2 out of that, and then if need be, we'll rip the premium. If we get none in the extreme, can't get 2 in the premium, so that's a no-go. And in 9 minutes and 37 seconds, we're not going to get a draft collectible in the daily rewards packs either. So I don't know what I will do if that happens, and now I probably totally just fucking jinxed myself, and that's fine. But long story short, what this was for me was that I guess you'd say today in the last 36 hours, I won a pretty nice bet with one of my buds. So I had a little laying around that I didn't really consider to be, you know, whatever, kind of side dough. Was looking for ways to get stupid with it, and I guess this is what I ended up deciding to do. Because it's like as soon as I spent the $100 on these points, I felt like that was really, really stupid. But who knows, if I can create content here, not the whole thing that I've done because I've just been babbling, but if out of this, if I could pull a few minutes worth of worthwhile content from here that would kind of show how and why I convinced myself to buy 20 and then create actual watchable, audible, or able to be listened to, you know, solid content. I'm not saying it'd be phenomenal or great, but just like not this. It's like better than this. That this would be the thing that got that to go. So we got to go with this. So we could potentially pull 2 right here with these collectibles, and or we can just get a free agency card that will get added to the team. That's not happened yet either. And if we get 1 here, then we'll rip the premium and we'll go from there. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off and get it going with the 2 collectibles in this pack here. Get up to 8. It is interesting. So we got 1, and then we got two alumni. I'm assuming that's gonna be the best cards that we're gonna get out of this. Let's go ahead and send. I gotta remind myself to send the silver one too, I guess. Whatever, even because it's otherwise you're just getting nothing out of it, literally nothing. I don't know why I'm thinking that the Johnny's card here, the 86 overall, is tier 2, and that his base is 85. I think. But Mihalovic is, I've got apparently a duplicate on that. I'm looking to sell that unless I probably have an untradeable version, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with the untradeable cards that I can't. I guess they'll put them in the gold rare rerolls or something. I've literally no idea what to do with them. Yeah, I think the Mihalovic, I think 86 is his base. Even though after this one popped up, this was here and then this popped up afterwards. I was like, are both of those like tier 2? I don't think so though. I think Mihalovic is 86, and maybe Busick is 2. I don't think so though. I think Busick is 85, and so I mean maybe it's just me. I feel like seriously 1,000? Are you kidding me? What? He's not. Why is he only that's stupid. For people that don't know, that haven't been focusing on quick sell, they mark down goalies, and they mark down 80 overalls. So here's an 81, but he's a center, so he gets 1,000. Whereas where does that? Didn't we have an 80? Yeah, we got two 80s, and they're both on defense, so they're both the same. These are both gonna be 500. It's so insane, because it's literally the same thing you get from a 74 or not. Okay, so the 74s are only 200. I haven't had a lot of those, but like the 79s, and I don't know how far down it goes. Do we have anything that's between 79 and 74, so I can figure this out for myself? Also, we got another 74 as well, and that's gonna be 500. What's going on here? I don't understand. I really don't. This one is a 74 gold defender, quick sell 200. It's a 74 defender, quick sell 500. Super confusing. And then obviously like silvers are 100. I'm just kind of doing that as a double check here. Both of these are 500 because they're 80s. They're 81s. They'd be 1,000. Be twice as valuable. It's kind of insane. This one's 1,500, which is solid. And I really have no idea why this isn't 1,500 either. So I feel like I lost out on a bunch of points here a bunch of coins for quick sell. Anyway, let's move on. It's not going to be the last pack because we did get one collectible, and we've got enough points left for the premium. So we got one last shot here at the 8th of 12 collectibles with the premium free agency pack. We're gonna have to pack at least a collectible, and we can only get one. We got one shot at it. Here's the odds, and it's basically half. So we got one shot at that, and if not, it's got to be somebody who can get added to the team. In case it's not clear, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90 alumni, even if they're tier 3, not going to cut it for making the team. We're already at 97. We're 99 offense, 99 defense, and my goalies are crap. So it'd be really easy to make the team as a free agency goalie. Basically any free agency goalie would make the team as a backup at the moment. So trying to help you out, ring guys, trying to make it easy on you. You're making things difficult on me. Let's see what we can do here. Might be the final pack. Might be the end of it forever. NHL 19 might be where we part ways. Should I go slower? Is anybody in the room? Yep, 2 people in the room. Cool. All right, so for you guys who apparently can't comment, if you're not logged into YouTube, that's fine. I'll go a little bit slower for you. Try to draw this out. See if we can get that collectible or any card that is good enough to add to the team. Those are the requirements. If we don't get that, I don't know. It might be done. It might be done forever. And there's the collectible. The gods are on our side in this one. We'll just zoom through. And what? I mean, he's not great, but come on. 99 speed. And then a weird mix, kind of like a legend Makita, or other players like that are kind of in that 92 to 95 range. So power is a little bit off, but accuracy is better than others that have even like 99 power. 99 handles, 87 checking. That's where he's lacking very clearly. 78 body checking, 88 strength, 83 aggression, which is again not a stat, it's a trait. 96 durability though, which is pretty decent. He's got 88 endurance, which is terrible, but I mean that's the same as the end game 99 second upgrade to 99 Messier free agency card. His base endurance is 88 as well, or maybe 89, but either way it kills my front line when I put him out there. The awareness is 93, 95. Can't block shots, 78. Stick checking is a bit better, 89. He's a winger, so we don't care for faceoffs, but he's actually got a better faceoff stat than a bunch of centers in the game, 75. And yeah, I was just going to check. Nope, doesn't have faceoff master synergies. Doesn't boost that up further. Not that it matters. And then again, poise, discipline, and fighting skill are not really stats, but whatever. Poise is 83, discipline's 95, and fighting skills 75. So for the most part, wouldn't really expect him to be jumping into too many fights. He's 6'0", 181, which, like last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when I was doing this stuff, I would say not the biggest guy, but then I had to realize today that that's like basically the size of Carlson. I think he's 6'0", 191, so he's 10 pounds less. And that can have a difference. The thing is though, and I didn't notice this right away, this is a right-handed shot. It's got burner, it's got dazzler, the dangler zone. It's got breakout master, fine shooting, which are going to give some boosts to the shot stats, as well as clutch player that are also going to give additional boosts to the shot stats. He doesn't really need burner for adding anything to speed, agility, or acceleration, unfortunately. And burners, like every card on my team has burner. But I don't know. Right-handed shot, pretty much terrible on defense, and an inability to check, and not really that big. It's 6'0", 181. Yeah. Like before the last edition that I just made, I could have maybe made a case for him to play as my fourth wing on the left side. Because again, I play inverted, so I play right-handed on left and left-handed on right, both of my forwards and my defense. So for him, he would have to get slotted in as a left defenseman. And I would guess, I don't know, I would guess he's generally the card's probably better than like the free Jordan Subban that we got, and that card is on my team. That's how bad my right-handed shots are from a defensive standpoint. So this is close, and we got the collectible that we said we had to get as well. So I guess we're going to keep this rocking, waste some more money. And see if we can get into that 2 of 9 choice pack, where hopefully I'd be able to pick somebody that's better than this. But this isn't that bad. I needed right-handed shots. I would have much preferred having this card. I don't know, a month ago. What am I doing? Yeah, so send those to the collection. And the quick sell all, like, it's all basically just coming from Josh Bailey and 500 along with Repic, so whatever. We go add another 2510 to the coinage. Close to 120k. I'm about 1,000 short. Drop back over to the sets just to make sure. Well, obviously got to open our pack first. I'm not going to drag this out. To pick up 300 coins, so a little less than 700 shy of 120k. And then into the sets. How about I do this first? So I'll forget to do this later because I don't give a shit about these at all. I'm actually kind of, let me see if I have any other untradeable ones. I do not. Oh, shit, I did. Whoops. Let's do the autofill. It's on the end. Is it going to put it in there? It did. Cool. It did not. And what? I don't... Okay, game, I don't know what you're doing to me here. Making me look bad in front of the two people that are in the room and not talking. Send that one to the set. Not that it matters. You can't quick sell them, but you can sell them in the marketplace, I guess. So we'll go ahead and complete the set. No more dailies anymore, and we already have Sakic, obviously. So there's no real benefit to doing that other than the fact that we just created not what I clicked on. Oh, so those cards did not sell. Which I kind of figured since the coins didn't go up. Yeah, not inbox, but unopened packs. Gold collectible. Could sell this. These were going for like 4K before. I guess I have two. Are those untradeable? They are. I got any other ones? No. All right. Oh, hold on. Make this easy on myself. I can search to see what other people are selling them for first. So 3K is the new price. I can dig it. That's fine. Shouldn't have been getting rid of all those other ones in the beginning for nothing, I guess. But I also don't really feel like waiting for what I consider to be a small amount of money, a small amount of coins. And we're off. Okay, so how many of these do we have now? We had 6. I think we got 8. 8 of 12, which is actually not good now that I think about it. That's only 3/4 of the way there. But I said I was gonna do it. And I don't want to be cheeky and like go into my team and be like, all right, well that right-handed shot is technically going to be on the LD3 instead of Jordan Subban, so therefore, you know, we already qualified. I don't need any more collectibles. I don't think we're going to do that. I also don't think that I want to drop coins. So let's see. I need 4 more of these. Wow, this is expensive. Such a poor choice, too. Alright. Let's get her done. Doing it live. People know I'm not faking it. Alrighty. So we need 4 more. Just jump right in. I don't know why is my phone off or something? I didn't get my buzz. It's not good. Alright, let's jump into the packs. Let's do some more. We're about an hour and 30, hour and 40 minutes into this now, I think. Last card coming on the river. Can we pull at least one collectible here? What the fuck I just counted the 20. What's going on? Is it 22? 22 and 16, is that what it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, so it's 22 and 16, I guess. So this should be the last card then. River, let's get it going. One time. Got her done. So we got one in this pack. We need 3 more. And it's like so disappointing when you see the Forsberg when you know that that's got a 99 out there. Timo Meyer's got a sweet free agency card as well, even though I don't think it's the greatest. But just like seeing those 80s, it's like I'd rather see 79 because you get the same quick sell, and it's not messing with the odds. So here we go. We're up to close to 125K. Rip it again. We got 9 out of 12. We need 3 more. Should have we got at least 2 more of these packs to go. That's 2. We need 1 more now. That was kind of stupid, I guess. I went slow because I thought that we were actually going to get a good card. I don't know why I thought that. Like, there was no evidence to suggest that. There's no history that says that that's the way to go. Man, quick selling those would have been not a good idea. Another 5,500 almost to add to the kitty. 128, 129. What are we looking at here? Yep, 129.5. So let's just reiterate where we're at on the sets. Because we did not qualify. We know that much. We got 11 out of 12 so far. So we need 1 more. And we've got more than enough points to be able to do even more than 1 extreme. I feel like I want to do the extreme just for a chance at a good card as well as the 2 collectibles. I don't really know what I would do with the last collectible. I guess maybe put it up on auction or something. I have no idea how much they're going for. They probably drop below 30K at this point. Even we open up this 1600 one, and we get 1 collectible, and we get our set. That does not qualify us because we didn't get it in the first go around. We're on to the secondary tier of qualifications. So in this secondary tier, first off, we have to get the collectible. So we definitely have to get it in this or. I guess we'd have a premium that we could open after this one if we don't get it in this extreme one. But the whole point is that we have to get at least 1 player to add to the team. So before opening the choice set, assuming that that's what I'm going to do, assuming that I can actually get a collectible here without having to spend $1,000 tonight, I will show my team. I'll show my whole team, and I'll show how, the cheeky, easy way to get in there would be with a goalie. I accidentally sold DiPietro's 90 overall draft card that I chose in the choice thing, whatever, over Thatcher Damko and the other 2 cards that were options there. Because I guess I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and I sold it for, I put it up for less than I expected to, whatever, but it went for like 15K. So I mean, part of how I'm at the coins that I'm at right now was impacted by that, because if I hadn't done that, it probably would be at least 15K or more less than the almost 130 that I'm looking at right now. But either way, dropping that card out means that it'd be, in my opinion, basically any free agency goalie card would make the team. And that's kind of the cheeky way to do it. And that's not really how I want to break into NHL 20, especially because I don't have to wait a year for this to start. I can start playing in 2 days, and then I can start creating content outside of those first 10 hours. On the 10th, and certainly before this month is out, I can have plenty of stuff out there on a brand new channel that's actually giving solid content and not just me babbling about nonsense. And I don't really want to walk my way into that through this broadcast, simply just by getting another 93 overall free agency goalie card that isn't even really good enough to take over the starter spot from Kincaid, but is good enough to take over the backup spot, and that technically qualifies for what I said, is I was just looking for any player that I'd be able to add to the team. So let's rip this last pack here. Well, the last extreme one that we've got so far. I don't know why, but I saw that Gardner, and I definitely thought that it was something else. I think he's got a high-end free agency card, and I don't know why, because it's just the jersey and the team, and it's a totally different color on the actual card, but for some reason I was thinking that was the Mitch Marner. There's a collectible, so we got it done. This David Clarkson, I remember clicking in here at one point because I was like, dude looks old. How old is he? He's 34. So by now he's probably 35, whatever. Spoiler alert, he is younger than I am. How is that dude younger than I am? I can do the beard too, so it's not just the facial hair thing. He's all around bigger than I am. 6'0", 207. He's got a couple inches there and a couple poundage, but maybe it's just me on the screen here, and now that I look at it, I guess maybe he doesn't look quite as old. But first few times that I saw that card, I was like, dude looks old as fuck. He's 34. So anyways, we got the collectible, so we have backed our way into potentially qualifying through the secondary level. We could actually get another collectible in this pack, and we wouldn't need to, as of now, we don't need to use the rest of the points for anything, so we can maybe do something exciting with them after the choice set, because we have enough to do the choice set right now, and we still have some type of collectibles still to pull, silver or draft. Wow. Okay. Now how about, we got a Martin Jones in there, 82. We got a Trevor Linden. In case anybody that's followed all along the way, if you're wondering why I said that I was quick selling everything that wasn't a special card, and then I quick sold more than a few 86 overall alumni cards, and basically all the alumni cards that were 82 to 85, and I'm going to do that with the Linden here as well. You might be thinking, well, those are special cards. Why would you do that? Well, they're not really. This 83 Linden is a base Trevor Linden. I've tried to click X right now. I can't because I'm not at the end of the pack yet. But his quick sell should be 1,000. And people, I put it up there. I put it up for the minimum of 1,000 plus the 5% auction fee, so that I'm not losing money compared to just quick selling it. And people weren't really jumping on it, especially this week. It just seems like it's mostly dead. People are looking for very specific stuff if they're looking for anything. So That's my explanation as to why I'm dropping those out. And again, this Martin Jones here means we can't get a different Martin Jones, and he would have been very easy for a lot of his cards, not just free agency, but like other ones that I don't think are in packs, but that are out there that could have gotten his way into the team, at least as a backup. But we got these two collectibles, so we'll see what else we got in this pack. another goalie who has a card that could have qualified but did not. There's nothing else from this, right? No. Okay. $61.20. I think that might have been the highest quick sell that we had on the final extreme free agency pack of the night. Up to 135k coins. Let's take a quick look at what's on offer and what kind of see, I mean, so a right-handed forward, max speed. In my opinion, his shots are not as good as the 94 that we picked up, but his other stats are better. Handles 92, checking 95, defense 96, and he's basically the same size, 6'0", 190. He adds the beauty. Wait, no, is that the beast? I'm fucking messing up myself. Call the shot we don't need at all for my team. Dangler zone, face-off master. Even though he's a winger, his face-off 74, so that's weird. Breakaway boss. It's not bad. I don't know if it's 50k. But we need to get as good of a handle as we can on what free agency cards are out there, just in case I don't have super obvious choices to make. I at least know kind of what is selling. So I don't know. Not synergy. I don't know if they're. I don't know if alumni cards are in those choice packs. Since the alumni are legends, whatever, are all 99, that would be pretty sweet. But I don't know that. And I would also maybe kind of guess that like Panarin and Kuzi was on the other page, right? And Kuzi Capitals and Panarin New York, as opposed to those two exact same cards as Team Russia. I would assume that their NHL cards were out there, but that the Russian ones would not be in those sets. This Robin Lehner, as an example, 6'4", 245, and again, every free agency goalie gives you +2 for all the team-based synergies. Playing hybrid is 5 holes and 98. It's pretty solid, and he's not aggro at all. His aggression 78. For not being a pure 99, this for me is a great card. The problem is that the cat's sort of out of the bag on that one, and people have already known for a while that Lehner's pretty boss. So I mean, this person looking for 250 is just they're out of their goddamn mind. I got Comfort. I could sell that. I'm looking at 100k, I guess. Same thing for the Hemsky, which is weird. That Hemsky card is awesome. He was my first line left winger for a long time, and then even after moving down to the second line. And then we'll just give away all the secrets. For free agency specifically, part of the reason why I do Shane is that much better than the rest. It's not just that he's got a pretty solid 99, because again, those Russian cards, almost 4 of them are pure 99s. It's because he's giving you 5 for 2 different synergies, and they're both team-based, for It's a Trap and For the Boys. So it's very helpful. But for me, personally, it's not 340k helpful. Someone else has joined. Welcome to it. We've basically ripped all the packs so far. Maybe I can get even more crazy, more stupid, and rip some more stuff. I do have coins. I can do something fun with that, I guess. I could buy this card right now, I guess, if I wanted to. This Anisimov card. But I'm just kind of looking. I think Eichel was he special as well? No, he was not. Why was I thinking he was special? Who's the Taylor wasn't? I can't remember who the other special cards were. I know Panarin's was. Can I get? Did he sell yet? Not sell, but did his thing time out yet? All right, where is it? I don't see it. Here we go. Wow, that was really fucking loud. Yeah, so the Rangers Panarin, not the Russian Panarin, gives you +5 for burner and bruiser. Again, the other two of the other 5 total team-based synergies. So pretty sweet to be able to kind of put those two together. But again, maybe it's just me. I don't feel like 370,000 coins for a guy who doesn't even have max shot. You know, and isn't checking and isn't playing defense because he's small. You know, it's not just that he's 5'11", he's 168, he's wiry. He's a playmaker for a reason. It'd be a good card to have if they just gave it to me. I would take it. But it's not, I don't know, it's not amazeballs. So there's 309 items. I'm not going to go through every one of them, and these are just the current NHL players. I'm guessing there's probably some pretty solid ones out there for players that are not that are in AHL and other leagues as well. So I haven't seen this card, so I'm just taking a quick peek here, and I'll be able to see the stats, you know, on when I'm doing the choice. But I also want to just get a sense of whether the cards are selling, etc. If it's like a player that I'm not looking to actually be able to add to the team. So his 5 holes 97. His aggression's 97 though, so no, I have no interest in this. A hybrid. He's got more beef to him. He's 6'4", 207. But he's super aggro. And you know, his endurance is 93. His durability is 93. His poise is 93. It's just I don't want it. I wouldn't take it. I would sell it if I could get 150 for it, I guess. Yeah, here's the Capitals koozie. Nothing special there. Basically, same deal as the Russian card. It's basically not any good. Varlamov, I was initially pissed off when this card came out because I thought that was going to turn my well, actually, I think what happened was I figured out when it didn't happen for I had the Varlamov and the it doesn't matter. I had two different Evo cards that I didn't really fully understand how, like, what was required to get them to 99. So I think I sold this already. Not this card, but his Evo. It's like an 84. It's a whatever. But I liked playing with him when he was still good enough to make it. And see, this is kind of the difference between him and Hellebuck, who's technically +2. Connor's +2 overall, and so a lot of the underlying stats are higher as well. But he you know, Varlamov plays hybrid as well. His 5 holes 93, but his aggression is 79, so he's going to stay home a lot more. He's not quite as tall and a little bit less beefy at 6'2", 209. Endurance and durability are basically as lacking as Hellebuck's was as well. But there's a huge difference in how low his aggression is. Where I would always take the Varlamov over the Hellebuck, and clearly the market does not agree with me, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. But that's kind of why I'm in here, to figure this stuff out, so that I don't choose just based off of what I would go off of. Like maybe thinking like, oh cool, like a 99 Landeskog would be fun, and then I get into the stats and I'm like, well, his shot's not really there, but with synergies you could get it up to 99, and then the rest are 96, 98, 96 for handles, checking, and defense. He's 6'1", 215, but he's left-handed shot, so that means he'd have no shot at making my team basically. So it really just come down to what he's selling for, and I wasn't even paying attention. So they're asking for 200K and no buy now. So the non-Russian, 350. Mr. Rock Dogs, you are fucking out of your mind, bro. I get it that it's basically a 99 card. Aggression is 83. I mean, it's like exactly what I'm looking for. If he had Ben Bishop's size, I feel like this card would be way better to have than the Bishop. because he's got less aggression than Bishop. At least the way I play. Here's my Johnny Taps. Only 175. Man, people are really selling low all the cards that I have, and there's another Tavares. Wow, that's nuts. And then of course Carlson's 350, but Carlson's got the +5 for trap and TB, which I gotta remind myself whether that's the beauty or the beast. I'm not really interested, honestly, in the NHL cards, which is weird. I guess maybe I shouldn't have done this. Like the fact that Wheeler and Bufflin are right-handed shots. I don't know. Could maybe try to come up with a way in which they are worth taking on the team. And my defense is lacking. And obviously Buff is big at 6'5", 260. He does have call the shot and fine shot and for the boys, which for the boys would already be activated anyways. Net front presence adds to one of the shots, probably. I don't even know. Maybe I was gonna say slap shot accuracy, but maybe wrist shot. I don't know. Either way, he's adding a bunch towards his shots from synergies. Not great handles, but checking his max and defense is solid. But people are asking for too much for these things. He's not a 290K card, considering that the game has at best 2 more days left on it. How about Thornton? Ooh, Jesus. Does he come with +5? What the fuck is... Okay, so this is just the person being silly, clearly, I guess. I'd have to see another version of him to see if people are actually paying that much for that card. I wouldn't mind the Phil Kessel. Again, another right-handed shot. 99s, except for endurance on the left side. 99 handles as well. Checking is a little off, and defense is a slight bump down. 6'0", 202, not terrible. I would take it if they gave it to me. Here's that Philip Forsberg that I was talking about. That would have been nicer than the base gold rare that we picked up. Again, mostly 99s across the board. A little bit lacking on shots, but those get made up for in synergy. You prefer if they're pure, if you can get them. But 98 handles, 96 checking, 96 defense, right-handed shot. I would say this card probably be able to make. I'd slot him in on left side on defense. Same with Kessel. I mean, Kessel would actually have a better shot because his shots are maxed. Kessel might actually play on offense, then I'd maybe move a different one of my other right-handed guys over, and I'll show the team. But I've got Ovi and I've got Kovalchuk there already. So I mean, Kessel's kind of right there, and I guess would maybe make my third line ahead of Hemsky and whoever else is right-handed with 99s. But I think both these cards, both, despite being only 6'1", 205, and Kessel being a smaller dude as well, 6'0", 202, which is, I guess I shouldn't say that's smaller because he's technically bigger than Carlson is, but whatever. I think that either one of them could play defense, particularly on my team. So here's another Thornton. That's a little bit more realistic. Slight difference, 200K versus the 900K, whatever the fuck that other idiot was asking for. Here's that upshell. I was wondering what this was. You saw that on that list, and I was curious as to why that was listed the way it was. Yeah, there's a Carlson. So let's look at. Let's take the NHL off for a second here, and then just look at. Shoot. Yeah, I guess we'll go with buy now. Let's go everything above 150. $250. Are you fucking kidding me? So here's my cards. My Malkin and my Ovi. People asking for quite a bit for those, and then we get Fleury and Brad Park getting all the and Naslin getting all the and Andrewchuk and Sundin and Trottier, Leach, Gonchar. This Gonchar card is so crazy boss. It's weird that his balance is off, but other than that, it's like the only other things that are down are body checking is in 90, strength 95. He's not really into checking, despite being 6'2", 210, an offensive defenseman. And this card's been out for a while. This guy picked it up on August 17th. I guess technically might have picked it up on the 18th, but usually it gives you one date after you did. I always felt like this is a pretty good card. I don't think it's 700k good. And I mentioned super early on in the broadcast about the 99 Bernie print and how I'm not feeling the burn. His 9-hole is 99. His aggro is 99 as well, though, from a hybrid 5'10", 170. Just not feeling it. See if we can just kind of scroll through this stuff here real quick. Got the Howard Chuck. Again, I guess I shouldn't have realized, like, yeah, there you go, 5'11", 185. It wasn't totally off. So he's an inch shorter, and is that 6 pounds or a full 10 pounds smaller than Carlson. So I wasn't completely off when I said that. And clearly BP Roadrunner is even smaller. There's the Kovalchuk, Johnny Busick. I promise I will be done with this in about like 2 seconds. But whole 380, jeez, that's way overpriced. See, told you again. All right, yeah, I don't think they're going to be putting in the alumni in those pick'ems, but we'll see, I guess. Let's get in there and do it. At 135 coins left, no matter what. Oh, I said I was going to show you the team first. So we know what kind of standards we got to meet here. So there's my all Russian squad, and again, as I said, I play inverted, so righties are on the left, lefties are on the right. You wouldn't have necessarily known that from this first line because they're actually all playing their natural positions, which is a very unusual thing for me. Especially getting the monthly legend centers meant that at 4 or 5 months in, those centers were starting to play off out on the wings, and so they would do that. But also, if a lot of like standard right wingers shoot right-handed and left wingers shoot left-handed, they play opposite for me. So this is the front line squad. I don't think I need to show these stats. I mean, they're just boss. All three of them are basically almost pure 99s, just crazy good cards. I don't see much of a reason for adjusting those top three at all. And then it's like next tier isn't really much of a drop down. I kind of like, even before I got the Malkin, I kind of was occasionally putting in Sakic ahead of Messier, again, just because of this endurance. In case you thought I was lying, the Rangers alumni endurance, he's an 89. He probably gets some bump, like +2 from some synergies, but the way that endurance plays in the end game final, what do you call it? Like not update, but like tuner or whatever for NHL19. That endurance makes a huge difference. Basically, for anything that's professional level or higher versus CPU in 2-minute games, any games that are over 2 minutes, even the 4-minute games, and especially anything like competitive that's going to be a 20-minute period, that endurance is going to have a huge impact. Maybe it won't be as much if you're not controlling him on locking onto him. If you're not sprinting him out quite a bit, maybe you're not wasting his energy or whatever, but it goes down quite a bit. This is just me though. I think this second line pretty solid. Kovalchuk and Kanoye are basically pure 99s along with Messier, who's taking those face-offs at a clip that cannot get any better. He's 99. He doesn't have face-off master, but he gets he gets the boost from for the boys and stuff like that. So effectively all my centers except for the fourth one in the back there, who's there for a reason to try to convince me to play one more versus CPU game. Um, they're all pure 99s on faceoffs. So you see the Hemsky, no idea why people are selling this for barely more than six-figure coins. It's a crazy good card. I mean, the Tavares was basically going for about that same price as well. Uh, on this list, Sakic is great, but the Tavares is the standout here for me at least. And this is just kind of what happens when you have left-handed shots and you can't slot them all in on center, and you're not playing them all on defense. A player such as this ends up as your third line right winger, despite being amazing. And to top that off, you got Mediano in the back, and this card is crazy good as well. He's a bit lacking on his slap shots, but he's got call the shot activated along with for the boys and clutch player and other things. So with synergy, this is a 99, not just on skate and shot, but basically almost across the board outside of checking. Anybody that had the opportunity to upgrade Medano and opted not to, I think severely missed out. I've played 50 games with him since the end of a little bit more than a month now that I've had this, and he started off typically front line. He's a center who can take face-offs. He's got 93 face-off stat. So you can slot him in at center if you need to, and sometimes that's helpful with trying to make room for left-handed shots, either on the wings or on defense, whatever. Because he's got a 99 defensive stat. He can play defense. He's 6'3", 212. He's perfectly fine to play back there. It's just that I don't know. His technically with synergy, his shots are all 99, but for me, I look at it with the face stats, and I see that the slap shot is the one that's less than the wrist shot, and I just kind of feel like he kind of belongs more on the offensive end than defense. But you could definitely slot him in on defense. And if I had more 99s, and most of those would probably be left-handed shots, and was looking to do that, I'll show you the guy that I already mentioned that I've got that is currently playing RD1 with a left-handed shot and is a 99. I could put Medano in that exact spot and it'd be fine, but then I'd have to move that other guy over here, and he'd be playing less offense. They're both great cards. Everyone's got the Spezza. The card is what it is. It's basically terrible. And then the Makita is kind of the lowest end for me from the alumni that I upgraded. His max skate. He's a little lacking on shot. He gets some boosts from his synergies on the shots. So he's the wrist shot power, is still technically going to be a 99 because he's getting +2 twice there. Handles 95, checking 97, defense 99, and he's just small. He's 5'9", 169. I played tons of games where he wasn't even in the game. As you see, he's only played 30 games, despite coming to the team only about a week after the Medano. And as you can also tell, it's a trap and defensive warrior are not activated for me. So that's offense. And Spezza is just kind of meh. He's just kind of there. He's not really he's not really my fourth line center. This was just done for a specific reason. So that could be something else. Like Medano could be over here, and I could have another 99 over here on offense. But moving on, here's a defense. As I said, I got Comfort. It's a pretty boss card. Had it for a very long time. Greatly enjoyed it. But here's the Howard Chuck. It's tremendous. 5'11", 185. We showed this real quick in the auction market. But I'm just showing that he's my RD1. And I'm also showing that defense is severely lacking. So there's, again, left-handed on the right, right-handed on the left. So you got 99 Howard Chuck, right D1, JT Comfort, 96, LD1, Klus, 93 versus Alexiak. Alexiak is tall, 6'7", 255. Definitely enjoying having him on there, which makes it that much more difficult for me to slot left-handed guys over there because I kind of don't want to get rid of him on my team at the moment. And Kyra is like just a slight step down at 6'4", 214 and plays super big. He's got 94 aggression and speed, as well as body checking, and those things just get bumped up even more with synergies. Played, was that 69 games? That's a fun number. 69 games since July 17th or 18th. And then, as I mentioned, Jordan Subban, the free card, the only free card outside of Monthly Legends that is still technically on the team. And I'm just showing that because my right-handed shots on defense, after putting the good ones on offense, are just severely lacking. That's that to me. This right here, LD3 is a relatively easy slot to be able to make it into the team on, in my opinion. And then way easier than that, we got the meme Moog, who I just did an overall when I filled it in, and I haven't changed it. I could have put the 90 parent in here. I could have put any of the alumni goalies in here, and I've got some other choices as well. But I don't really give a shit. I never really do the goalie swap. And again, here's the Kincaid. It's not great, and then Bruiser and It's a Trap again are not even activated. His 5-hole is 93 playing hybrid, and his aggression is 76. So another 93 goalie would be able to at least make the team, because I would slot him in terms of instead of Moog, and be able to adjust my head coach, and suddenly I'd have all my synergies activated by that one change. But if I got like another 93 goalie who's about this size or smaller and is more aggro, I would probably look to just keep Kincaid in the top spot. So I think this spot right here, backup goalie, is super easy to get, but it's kind of cheese. I'd prefer a starting goalie. That'd be a little bit better. And then, offense is what it is. I guess with the Spezza and the Makita, there's maybe a little bit of room here, which is maybe not totally fair since those are 99s. But then right-handed shots on D, and you just kind of go down the line. But clearly, in place of Subban, seems like the easiest. And even a really good left-handed one could potentially make it in there as well. And I'll just show you just here real quick. Basically those are the synergies. Most of them are activated, and a couple are not. So let's get her done. Let's get to the actual point of the day. The sets. It's my first time ever doing this, which is why I wanted to do it and why I wasted way more money than I should have to do it. And I've got an extra collectible to go with it as well. So that means I technically have 13 of these. So 7 more I could choose between the draft Matthews, Sagan, or Hiskinen. I think those are the 3 in those sets. But getting these 13 was more expensive than I expected it to be. So let's see. Yeah, I'd have to pay at least half of what I paid to get this. So that'd be like another $75. I don't think that's a good idea. But we'll see. We'll see if we get something better out of this. I could also look to potentially sell these collectibles. Yeah, some people still trying to get about 40 for them. There's only 63 out in the market, which is solid. That is cheap. And if you're watching this live right now, if you're one of the people that are in the room, somebody's still here. Let's see. Oops, wrong button. Dumbass. Yep. So two of the 3 of you are still here. If you're watching this live and you're like, "Oh Jesus Christ, overkill! Just get to the fucking point. Show us something worth watching." Well, I just need to this is how I am. I overanalyze and then I usually make poor choices. But at least I feel better about making that poor choice because I felt like I took way more time than I should have before making the choice to try to get as much information as I could, and then I completely lose all my entire sense about the choice that I'm making, and I would just go, oh my god, a pretty looking card, I'll get that instead. So refill, and then we're going to rip this 2 of 9, and that's still the deal. We got to get at least one of those 2 that we choose that would actually make the team. We're going to get 2 free agency cards, and we're going to be able to pick 2 of them out of the 9. So I don't want to say it because it kind of feels like I'd be jinxing it, but worst case scenario, I guess, that we're going to have cards that we could hope that they're going to be tradable. They're supposed to be tradable. Yeah, because my when I picked one of three, those were tradable. I got the Tavares, the Hemsky, etc. Um, so it might be kind of difficult for them to make the team, but so if they don't actually make the team, maybe I can at least get some coins out of them. Um, and if that's like worst case scenario, I guess maybe I could try to figure out if I could find a third or fourth way of justifying being able to continue into next year with a real channel. I'm gonna get a refill back in 60 seconds, not minutes, and then we're gonna rip this pack. And at least one of you was able to comment. I don't know what you said. It sounded like you just said "dude," which is fine. When I get into the choice pack, if you are able to comment in YouTube, or if you want to connect with me on PS4, if that's where you're watching this at, if you're trying to do it already and you're having trouble doing it, then that's fine. I can try to help you out with it. My current name that will be changed this week when I switch over to NHL20, if I do that, is Cool, like COOL, Finn, like on top of a dolphin, FIN, 20, I believe, Cool Finn 20. So send me a message or whatever. I will include the two of you as much as I can in the choice set. But again, obviously, part of the point is at least one of those two has to be a card that can make the team. I mean, I showed you the team. I showed you how there's some spots that are easier to make than others. But that's kind of the minimum requirement for me at this point on this secondary level, trying to justify moving on to next year's game basically tomorrow, in 2 days. So I'll be back in 60 seconds for my refill. Also, just thought of this, and don't worry, I'm not going to talk for another half an hour about a completely unrelated nonsense. For those of you that are showing as let's see if we're still showing. It says there's two of you here. Those of you that are showing as being in here right now, if you have NHL19 and if you were watching, what was that, 5 minutes ago? If you saw my team, maybe like me, you're selling all your cards. So you already sold all yours. I haven't sold mine up to my 99s and such yet. I'm still working up from the 85, 86, 87s. And then during this, you saw I just quick sold any of those that I just picked up with the alumni. So point being, if you play NHL 19 and you like enjoy it, you want to play it, which means like by default you're probably a much better player than I am. But you feel as though the team that I just showed is better than what you either have now because you got rid of all your players, or it's better than what you have because of whatever, you just haven't been able to build it up that well. I would be, again, you can connect with me if unless it's not working for you for some reason. I would be happy. I've never done it because nobody's asked me to that I can remember. One guy that I was actually friends with before all this, we tried to connect and for some reason it wasn't working. But I've never had anybody else ask me to play a co-op, so I don't know exactly how it works. But I assume that I can start a game like versus CPU, and then you could join, and that would mean that you'd be playing with me, but you'd be playing like with my players, like on my team. And if that's the case, because like my team is better than yours, if like I'm not actually making that as a statement, I'm saying that as like a question. Like if that's true, if my team is better than yours and you'd like the chance to like play with any of those cards that you just saw, if you'd like to be able to play at least one game with that team that you just saw, hit me up. We'll do a versus, but I'm not going to be playing NHL 19, even 3-4 days from now. So, is what it is. More importantly, let's get a timestamp. So that says 7 hours. So we got to be close to 2 hours in at this point, if not longer. Yeah, I was gonna guess almost 2:30. Top Gamers Lev saying yo. So you saying yo sounded like dude to me, because the speech thing doesn't go too crazy. Maybe they're the person that left the room. Either way, we're gonna get this going. I will pause in case that it helps me edit for later. Even though this has been out for like 60 days, this is my first shot at the free agency choice set 2 of 9. I don't really know what's in here other than the free agency cards that are showing on the on like the highlights screen. But we'll see what it is. We're gonna at least see 9 of the potential ones, and we're gonna be able to choose 2, and it should be 2 different rounds. Right? I don't think I'd want that. I think I'd rather they just give us 9 cards and let me pick 2. Because otherwise, are they gonna make me pick 1 out of 3 and then like 1 out of 6? That could totally mess me up. Because I think, as you can tell already, I overanalyze and think way too much about all this stuff. All right. 30 seconds of pause, and then I'm going to come back for edit purposes and jump into this choice set and see if we can actually get a player to add to the squad. Alrighty. Well, thank you for sticking around. Apparently the 2 that are in the room, supposedly. As always, feel free to say hello if you are there. To everyone else seeing this part for the first time, hello kitties. Doing free agency choice set 2 of 9. The draft collectibles. We have 13. Put 12 of them into this pack. So we can do something crazy with that last one, I guess. Got some coins. Got some points. Can't do anything with the points other than buy packs. So we're going to have to probably do something at the end of this. But the criteria that we're going for here is we have to end up with the first chance at the criteria was through the first $100 that was spent on points. If we would have been able to get 12 or more draft collectibles from approximately 7.5 extreme free agency packs. Spoiler alert, you can go ahead and watch that, but that did not happen. So the second one was getting close, which we did, putting a little extra in to get up to the 12, which we clearly did. But then from there, it's not just getting that up to there. We also have to have a player to add to the team. We have one who might be close that I will take a look at if I have to, but we're getting a chance to pick 2 players here, so hoping we can do okay here. And I tried to take a quick look in the auction market for what's out there for the non-99 overall free agency cards, because I'm not that familiar with the ones that I don't have. So unfortunately, I'm not going to have a good sense of that. I would hope that the two people who supposedly are in the room right now could potentially help with the choices. Maybe even be nice enough to tell me on their end what those cards are going for in the marketplace, if they're people that we're not adding to the team but we would look to sell. But again, the entire point is supposed to be to try to get at least one of those 2 choices, but 2 would be great if we get both of them. At least one of the 2 choices to be players that we would actually add to the team. I went through extensively what the team is. It's essentially 11 out of 12 forwards are 99 overall free agency cards. The 12th one is for now a 99, the same 99 that everyone has, the 99 Evo 2 Jason Spezza, simply because I'm apparently not capable of scoring 3 goals in 3 1-minute periods on All-Star difficulty to get the untradeable 99 overall free agency Spezza. And I don't know if I would slot him into that 4th line center even if I did have that card. Defense is lacking. We've only got 199 over there with a left-handed shot, which makes a difference. It's probably going to be easier to make the squad with a right-handed shot that can play defense or is good enough as a forward to maybe push one of the other forwards. Clearly not Ovi or Kovalchuk, though. But Hemsky for sure and Makita for sure. They could get bumped. Makita's too small to play defense, though, so that'll be tough. Point is, though, there's rooms open on right-handed shot on D for sure and left-handed maybe. And then goalie is just a free-for-all. Super easy to make it as a goalie, but that would require me choosing at least one of the 2 choices here as a goalie. And there's certain players that I would definitely do that with, and others that I would hem and haw and probably just not be able to make a choice on. So we're gonna go ahead and complete the set without further ado. That was 12 times 40K. Yeah, so 48, right? Yeah. So 408. So basically just shy of 500,000 coins worth of collectibles when they were going for 40K is what we just dropped on that. And this looks like this is repeatable, which is one of the things that I wanted to find out because I was unsure. Not like I think I could really do much more in the next two and a half days. Unless I drop another grand here tonight. All right, here's what we came for. Let's get her done. 1 selection round, nice, like that. And hopefully it'll draw out the animation so I can make this go as slow as possible. Sweet, this will be fun. Let's get her done, kids. Oh my god. Anybody that was in the room 3 hours ago, oh, I think I totally just jinxed myself. I think so. I think I did. Oh dear god. Oh man. Hybrid 94.5. 76 aggression. Very interesting. You know, I gotta watch what I say when I'm prepping these things when I do this live and I talk forever. Come on, Pat Gods. Don't make him the darling of my squad. Hello. There we go. Alumni in the packs. You know what? I feel like dropping another grand right now, just for this card. Hey there, Mr. Fleury. Right-handed shot, super small, by the way, in case people were unaware. 5'6", 182. Blackhawks alumni, which is, for me at least, kind of interesting because I think, maybe I'm off on this. I'll go check when I'm done with this pack, but I think that the Fleury, when you created them, through the legend with the draft collectibles thing, whatever, was that it was a choice. You didn't have to put him on the Hawks, but I think I've almost only seen him on the Hawks, so maybe I'm off on that. So let's see what we got. 99 Well, 99. Okay, that's weird. So 99 skates and a 99 endurance, but an 87 balance. So I guess being as small as he is, he gets knocked off his balance a little bit. 99 on shot power, 97 wrist shot accuracy, 93 slap shot accuracy. For an alumni who his base card was made it so that whenever he got up to 99, it was not going to be a pure 99. This is not that bad. His handles are 99. The only one that's off is hand-eye at 95. That's going to get a bump from synergies. Defense is 99. Defense awareness 99. Shot blocking 97. Stick checking 99. Face-offs don't matter as a winger is 83. Poise 99. Discipline 99. Fighting skill 98. With aggression at 98. So I guess my little guy here, 5'6", 182, is going to be getting into some fights. I guess that's pretty standard for a Blackhawks alumni player that who's not Makita. And then checking 94. So what are we looking at here? So body checking 96, strength is 98. I said aggression is 98. Durability, that sucks. Durability is 77, but it is what it is. This is a damn fine card. Gets 2 to Bruiser, which we do not have activated at the moment. That's one of 3 of the standard synergies that are not activated. That one, It's a Trap, we're off by 1. Bruiser, we're off by basically this number. Like adding him, I think would get Bruiser activated. So it's just Bruiser, It's a Trap. We don't have Defensive Warrior, which is technically an original, or it was like 1.5 synergy. If it wasn't first level, it was the second level or whatever. So Bruiser and It's a Trap for sure, and I thought there was one other one, I don't know, and then Defensive Warrior for sure. Pretty boss card. Pretty stoked to see a 99 and to see that the alumni are in here, and that they're in here for their true 99s. So that is 4 out of the 9. We have more than half of this choice pack left to go. If you guys can talk, the 2 of you that are supposedly in here, are you still in? You're still in. Say something, man. Show some excitement. We might be adding a goalie, but we'll see. We might have picked up another 99 who is a right-handed shot. Don't know. Who supposedly can play defense. Well, I don't know. We'll see. 5 more to go. 4 more to go. 3 more to go. 2 more to go. Shattenkirk. I'll come back to you in a second. We got 2 more to go. Our last one, I guess. Oh, the green threw me off. I thought that was something that I was hoping for. That it's not. Alrighty. Well, this wasn't bad. Darling was the only goalie, which was like the easy way to get into the team. Schultz left-handed, Shattenkirk's right-handed, Belvi's left-handed, Lekkonen's left-handed, Jerko's left-handed, Fleury obviously right, Darling's a goalie, Jones right-handed, we showed that real quick, and then Galchenyuk left-handed. Alright, so does this guy got any shot at all? It's a 93 of making the team. No. 82 slap shot and 84 wrist shot accuracy. No bueno. He would get Defensive Warrior set up. Assuming he wasn't filling in for somebody else who was also +2 to D-Dub. Yeah, his handles are terrible. Checking is good. 6'2", 201. Defense is not good. But that's mostly just like the defensive awareness stat, because I mean the shot blocking and stick checking is not that much better at 91, but it's still better. I don't know. Here's Darling. Do we care about any of his stats other than 5-hole and aggression? He's a 94, so it's... In case it's not completely obvious at this point, the Blackhawks are my team. Kind of couldn't get through watching all of this past season with them, but Scotty D was like the hometown hero kid for a minute on the Hawks. I made jokes previously. We won't make jokes now, but I mean he struggled with um, substance issues early on, and worked his way up the organization to be able to play. And then when Corey Crawford got injured, stepped in, played well during that stretch, and then never again. Got moved to I believe the Hurricanes. I don't know the checkers. I would it's a free agency card, so I don't know if he signed as a free agency off of, because I think he was a free agent actually, as opposed to like the Taves free agency cards, like dude's the furthest thing from a free agency, from a free agent. I mean, Taves. I mean, so I don't know. The rest of these stats I can't really make them out. It's like 93s. Speed and agility are at least 95, I guess. Positioning's not great at 93. Rebound control's terrible at 91. Poise is bad. The rest are basically like 93 and 94. This Fleury though, I don't know, man. This Fleury, I don't know how many of the draft collectibles are required to add to the legend Fleury to be able to create this card. Bruiser, PP, Breakout Master, Fine Shot, and Breakaway Boss. It's all about the breakouts and all that fun stuff. Right-handed shot. It's so weird too. Like if I hadn't just picked up in the last like whatever it was 2.5 weeks the Ovi and the Kovalchuk, I would have had guys like Hemsky as my first L-Dub 1 right-handed, and Comfer was second or third or whatever. And I mean, no offense to Comfer, but I feel like this Fleury is definitely better than the Comfer is. But now that I got all those other cards, I think this qualifies. I think we're done. I think we win. I think we got to take this and we got to make one other choice. And if I was never gonna touch this game again, I think I would just take the Darling card, and so that I'd have all the synergies activated. If I felt like he wasn't good enough to unseat Kincaid, that I'd just have him as a backup and get all the synergies activated, etc. I don't know. It's a pretty boss card. So let's see, left. Shattenkirk's right. Schultz is left. So Shattenkirk is terrible on accuracy, right? But his power's not that much better. For the boys, net presence. Yeah, he's not even really getting... I mean, those 96s technically turn into 99s, but only because of my team setup. Endurance is 96, so he's got the speed. He's a little lacking on power. Accuracy's terrible. His handles are a little off. His hand-eye is bad. Checking is a little off. His body checking, his strength, his aggression, again, not being a stat, but a trait, is bad. Durability is a 95, okay, as opposed to 85, so that's not that bad. He's got good awareness, both offense, defense. Defensive stats a 96. Shot blocking is off. Stick checking is 95. You should be putting your RD as a face-off, but it's 63 anyways. Poise 93, discipline 93, fighting skill 73. 6 foot, 200 pounds. He's on the edge. It's on the edge. It's a 97 overall. I feel like it's not really a true 97. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm spoiled with all my amazing cards that I already have. But it's like, you give me some height, you give me some more beef. Like, make them, even 6'2", 6'3", at least 215, if not 220, 225. I think it wouldn't really be much of a like. I would be disappointed that he's not a 90, that he's not a 99, and that I'd be slotting him in on defense. He'd be, despite being an RD, he'd be playing left defense. He'd probably be, I don't know, it'd probably be close, I guess, with Comfort and with Kluse, both of which are lower overall. Comfort's a 96, Kluse is a 93, but Shattenkirk for sure could take the spot of Subban. The only issue is if I'm going to be taking Fleury, there's another right-handed shot. It looks like Fleury, though, can't really, despite being a 99 on defense, I mean, he's got 98 strength as well. I don't know though. I mean, like I felt like when I would play guys like Makita on defense, they would just completely let me down. So I feel like I'd end up in that same spot here. But with Fleury, I with right now having Makita and the Spezza, I think that I could make an argument for putting Fleury in instead. He at least has max shot power and pretty solid accuracy as well, so that makes, in my opinion, that makes it better than the Makita for the things that I mostly care about, which is skating and shooting. He also tosses on 99 handles in defense. The only thing he's kind of lacking is checking, and clearly you'd want somebody with solid checking if you're going to put him on defense. So again, I don't know if that would really go on D. The Shattenkirk here, though, not sure. Part of me feels like I just would be making the choice just because he's right-handed, and my right-handed is pretty weak, as well as my defense is pretty weak. Let's see, so Schultz and Nick Jones are the other two defenders, and they're left-handed. No, Nick Jones is right as well. Oh, we went over this. He's got shitty accuracy, so fuck him. Schultz, same thing, shitty accuracy. That sucks. Left-handed though, so it's whatever. So I could just do like the two highest overall and just take Fleury and Shattenkirk. I haven't seen like any of these cards on the market. I've seen Galchenyuk, being the phenom that he was for a minute. People are still excited about him, I guess. And I actually don't remember if we saw Darling on the market or if that was just me making a joke about picking him up through this process because he was on the list of cards that are still part of the free agency process. Let me take a quick look at these middle three to see if I'm missing anything on them. So max speed, endurance is off. Max shot power, accuracy is pretty solid as well. Handles 96, checking 98, defense 94. 6'2", 188. Why can't you be bigger, man? Left-handed shot too, though. So, yeah, it's so hard for left-handed shots to make the squad. 6'0", 183. So that's just basically going to be a pass on this as well. Doesn't even have max shot power, so screw that. Again, more like the Makita kind of average 90 to 94 for all of them. Handles are 92, checking 91, defense 93. And last and least, 5'11", 182, Tony Beeves. 99 skate, but 91 endurance. And just terrible shot. Handles 91, checking 92, defense 94. So I guess if I just went like off of the face stats, kind of tell me who's good and not, right? I didn't even really look at Galchenyuk's stuff, but face stats look terrible. And they are. Yeah, I would not. I mean, I would think about taking this just for the resale value, but other than that, it's basically no good. How small is Shattenkirk? 6'0", 200. All right, so choice here is we're taking Fleury, and we technically qualified for what we said we were going to do, and we still have points and we still have coins, so I could still get even more crazy if I wanted to. But the Fleury is, because he's not really big enough to play on D, despite having great stats for defense. He's kind of, in my opinion, he's not like a true. He's not a true sub. It's more just a pick'em of me preferring to play with him as opposed to Makita. And if I was still playing the game and played for like a month or two more, I'd maybe even find myself deciding that at certain spots I'd rather have Makita in there than Fleury. I doubt it on the wings. Difference being Makita is a center, so he could take center. I could actually move Makita into the fourth line center instead of Spezza, assuming I can't get those 3 goals for the free agency version of him. I could have Makita in the fourth line center and put Fleury in the fourth line right wing, assuming that's what he's good enough for. Because I don't think that he beats. Who's third, anyways? Oh yeah, third is Hemsky because he's a 99 as well. So I have to look at him compared to Hemsky. He might actually be a little bit better than Hemsky. And Hemsky's obviously much bigger, so maybe he could eventually get slotted over into defense or something like that too. Who knows? But I mean, he makes the team, but it's just he kind of makes it in a weird way. And so then from there, I guess it would come down to either Shattenkirk getting a true defenseman, or taking Darling just because he's a goalie. He's got good size to him too, though. I mean, he's 6'6", 232. Certainly more size than Kincaid. He's not very good in real life though. So I think that's it's a 94. If this was a 99 and wasn't even a true 99, but was a 99, and his and as a hybrid, his 5-hole was still good and probably a 99, and his aggression was still low. I guess +5, that would make that 81. That's a little bit higher than I'd prefer. I'd like to stay under 80, but I think that I would go with this, despite feeling like I really would not want him playing on my team in real life. I'd rather just go enjoy him going off on a bender with him when he decides to no longer be sober. Fuck me. Yeah, the rest of these cards I don't think I've seen on the market at all. So I don't think there's anything. I don't think any of these. Galchenyuk for sure I've seen a little bit. So I don't think there's really a point in choosing any of the rest of them from a resale perspective. And 97 overall would actually be my highest rated true defenseman. And then based on the people who are currently there, he would also be the second highest overall rated player who's playing defense, since they got Howard Chuck as a forward playing over there as a 99. Fuck me, man. It's the curse of the goalies. It really is. Honestly I feel like I need to, whatever I just spent, I think I need to spend twice as much and do another set of these. Because I keep having a chance at goalies and I keep passing on them. Maybe I can go into the market and see this Scott Darling being sold for 35,000 coins and just buy it. Um, I think I have to take Kirk and Theo. I think I gotta do it. Um, yeah, I mean like 94 overall. That's technically there's two 93s that are technically lower than him, and that's about it. So it would really just be because he's a goalie. So final answer? I don't know. I'm gonna lock this in. Theo and Captain Kirk. I feel like I'm making the correct choices. And if this was like a month ago, I think that this choice would be obvious, and I would just take it no matter what. But since I was planning on having this be the finale for NHL19, I'm not 100% convinced. Let's just do it. Let's do it. We'll stop talking about it. See if they complimenting or they anything like that. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. Let's pick it. So we're going with Kirk and Fleury, passing on Darling, the only goalie here, passing on Nick Jones, the another right-handed defenseman, passing on Galchenyuk, the people seem to like. Then we just have Jerko, Leknin, Bellier, and Nick Schultz. Nothing too special. It's kind of disappointing. It was nice, I guess, we got that Shattenkirk, but the final five were a bit disappointing after I got super stoked with Theo Fleury. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and pick these two up. This will be the selection that we'll make. And they do this nice little thing to make it more exciting for you. Quick sell, 3,000 coins. What do you think? Yeah? And it says we can do this again. We need 11 more of these. What is not selling for me? Yeah, this card I had up from like, I don't know, maybe like 500 or something like that. Didn't sell last night. So by tomorrow's reset, it's up there. And I don't like if people I don't know, if people don't want to backfill with silver rares, I get it, but I mean dude's got for the boys and TB +1 for both of those. Very rare back when I picked this up at the end of the calendar year. Pretty solid card. As you see, we're currently looking to sell the remaining alumni cards. Kucherov. Somebody wants to trade me the Naslin. There's that 90 Bernie Prent. Finally getting rid of the Wade Redden that we all got. This was pretty sweet to get those three synergies and have the for the boys along with two other solid ones as well. I've been all about for the boys all year, along with Burner. So it looks like he's gonna be purchased, as is Bernie's 90 overall. And then this I've got an offer plus a bid, so that'll be gone as well. But like Hextall's not getting sold, Brad Park's not getting sold, Standard Coochie's not getting sold. Hedberg again is another great card to slot in as a backup goalie if you don't have these end game cards that have a bunch of synergies on them, because he's giving you Burner and for the boys, and like what do you care about backups of what their stats are? So I had two of these. I had Hedberg and I had the other one I can't think of off the top of my head. And I guess the other one is not on offer. And the Robitaille, so Hedberg, I imagine this is what I decided to do, was that the Hedberg was only reselling for 1,000. So I guess the same thing with the Kucherov, which seems kind of strange. But Robitaille was 1,500, so I put it up at 1,650, just so that I wouldn't be losing money after they take out the 5% tax. Looks like Hextall's going to get sold, probably pretty cheap, and no offers on the 85 Boom Boom Jeffreon or the base 82 Domi, the 85 Salming, the 86 sold for me yesterday at a decent price, as did the 89. But yeah, so what's going to happen here for me is that I've just decided I'm only putting them up for a day. So like these three, when these don't sell in 16 hours, I'm just going to quick sell them. And as you saw from this broadcast, part of doing the whole pack thing, I was just doing it to make it more interesting to be able to say, okay, if we don't get what we're looking for, we're going to go ahead and quick sell them. So let's see if we can justify making an addition here while I continue to try to talk myself into spending more money, and maybe trying to get a second pack. So again, as I said, here's Confer, Clues, both really solid, and Jordan Subban. I think all three of them have. No, Subban is small. Okay. See, 99 speed, lacking on shot power, and accuracy is terrible. No handles, no real checking to speak of, or defense. So yeah, Subban is gone. He is gone. He got everything activated, which kind of sucks, but is what it is. Comfer, in comparison, is like at least in the 90s with his shots, and he's 93, 95, and 95 on the others. And Klus, and Comfer's 6'0", 193, plays bigger than that. Klus is 5'9", 179, and plays a lot bigger than 5'9", 179. And it's not based on the stats because his checking is only 88. His defense is only 89. But yeah, we can slot in Shattenkirk for Subban. Oh, we got that Finley too. I forgot about that card. Is this guy any good? I wish I could do like a side-by-side comparison. So max speed, powers, yeah, and then accuracy's a little weak at 88 compared to. Well, okay, well here, how about I do this? I'll put Diego in there, who's either an untradeable or is going to get sold tomorrow. I don't know what he's doing on the team, honestly. Oh, that sucks. Because Subban is an RD. So we can compare the Shattenkirk to the Subban. I don't think it's even a comparison. Yeah, it's not even close. I've really enjoyed having Comfer up there on the front line, and Klus on the second line, honestly. But see who's got size. I feel like whoever's got size should play with Alexiak. Yeah, Comfer and Shattenkirk are basically pick 'em on size. So we'll put Comfer up on the. Jesus Christ, I'm so tired. I'll put Comfer on the second line instead of Klus. Playing with Alexiak. Still got Kyron RD3. Did not get any goalies, so didn't make any changes there. I'll put Makita for Spezza, and then sub out Fleury. Still Delano. Oh, Delano's untradeable. I was like, yeah, everything on that list right there is untradeable, including the Evander Kane. That's why those cards are still there. So that's interesting. They're saying that, oh, we got the Sprung too. I totally forgot about that card. We picked up two different free agency cards. I guess this was the one where I wasn't sure if he was going to get slotted in. Max speed, lacking endurance, middle power, slight drop in accuracy on shot, handles 93, Defense is shit. Sorry, checking is shit. Defense is bad. Um, so I'd have to check to compare this to like Klose, maybe, to see if he would get slotted in there. That back line. But for now, we're putting Fleury in as the fourth right winger. He's probably better than Hemsky. So I think we're going to move him up to the third line. Yeah, 96 and 92. Yeah, for sure. 97, 96, 95. He's 6 foot. He's only 177. Otherwise, I could maybe put him on defense. Now that he's not going to be in my top 3 slots, even though he was the #1 guy like a month ago. It's crazy. And this is an insane fourth line in my opinion. I mean, Mikita's not great, but I mean for me, the main thing I'm looking for centers is faceoffs. He's 95. He gets his synergy boosts. He's pretty close. It's not exactly 99, and the rest of the stats are basically 99. He's got more accuracy than power on his shots. Okay handles, okay checking, solid defense, but I just don't like right-handed centers if I can help it, and I don't really like smaller guys in certain spots if I can help it. But Dan was just so beast, and Hemsky's really solid that I think that's an insane fourth line if that's what we're going to end up with. But it's kind of cheesed because the defense is not that great. Klose is an untradeable card. So let's see, compared to Finley, 99, 92, 99, 90, 90, 91, 88. Huh. Looks like Finley's better. So always left-handed shot though. Shit. He's an enforcer too, with no good shot accuracy. So yeah, well, instead we're comparing this to Sprong, I guess it was. Yeah, 99. He's got 98 balance for some reason. 88 endurance. Middle and shot. Handles are weak. Checking is weak. Defense is not great. But it is better than Klose. And he is 6'0", 181. Klose is 5'9", 179. Alright, well, let's do it, I guess. Oops, wrong button. So the Finley and the and this other one that I'm adding right now, the who's this? Sprong. They could definitely both end up on the auction house tomorrow. Just basically subbing out a one duck for another. Trying to get all my ducks in a row. No, that's too fucking cheesy. Still lacking on goalies. Got to do something about goalies. And I didn't change any of the special teams lines. Looks like we're gonna stay at 97 overall, even with those changes, because we didn't really up it at all. Let's see if anybody is selling that Scott Darling card. Not that I necessarily want it, but Hemsky for 100K is insane. So insane. 160 for Phil Kessel. $700K for Gonchar. That's a bit, yeah, I don't think so. Wayner, a little over. And That exact card, the Vasilevsky, was like 100K just the other day. I don't get it. Here's the Galchenyuk. Okay, well, shit. I mean, if I could have gotten 10 million for it, I guess I would have made that selection. I don't feel like you're gonna get that though, bud. Not feeling it. So tired. Billy Smith, 275, a little weak. Paul Coffey's got to be like such a disappointment because like his legend card was so boss compared to everybody else, and then it's now that you have his end game card, you're like, oh, it wasn't. So he wasn't like the things that he was boss on. He was already up to like 99. So getting a general upgrade didn't really help much. Only 31 goalies. Interesting. Hellebuck going for 150. Almost had the coins for that. Cam Ward. That was one I wanted. Million. Nothing big. Just $1 million. 38K in the next 8 hours. Could almost buy now on the Varlamov. Could get that one if we wanted it. Here's my card, 50K. That's great. Love the support. I played against somebody that had this card. I was wondering. Ooh, he's 96 aggression. Yeah, the old guys just like they're super aggro. It's just not necessary. I don't think I can get behind that. 5'11", 170. Yeah, so no Scott Darling there. You guys still with me? What's going on here? It says one person's in the room. Alright, what actual time is it? And how long? We've been going for 3 hours on this yet? Oh, come on. Okay, in case the person that says that they're in the room is still in the room, give me like 6 minutes. If you want to see me get nutso, I'll be happy to do so. I gotta get next door before they stop selling liquor. It's literally next door though, so it'll take like 2 minutes. But I got to do that in the next. So I got like 10 minutes to do that. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna come back. I'm just gonna get absurd. I'm gonna drop at least another 100. So that's another 7.5 of these packs. See if we can get another 12 to do that pick again. Which makes me feel kind of stupid because I probably should have just gone with the Austin Matthews at that point. Is what it is. But yeah, let's go out NHL19 with a bang. So I feel like we kind of technically qualified for what we said we were going to do, but maybe not. So maybe let's get even more qualified than we are now. So I'm gonna drop the mic off. I'm gonna step outside for like 2 minutes. I'm gonna be back, and then we're gonna continue getting weird. Be back soon. Ayo, kiddos. Looks like we lost. I think there were 2 people that were still in the room when I left. Said I was going to be right back. I wasn't lying. Basically right back. It took a little extra time because I saw there was nobody in the room. So I think that I'm going to basically kill this broadcast. It was not a success. I mean, I technically got there, but I cheesed it for sure. And I'm saying this at the end of the broadcast, so it's no spoilers here at this point. There's nobody in the room. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kill the broadcast, and then I'm gonna load up on these packs and these points, and just get crazy with them. And I'll start a new a new broadcast that'll be somewhat more exciting because it'll just basically be almost exclusively ripping packs, but I'll probably be still tossing in my 2 cents here and there every so often. So that's going to be it for this one. But I'm going to start another one right after this. So I mean, if you're watching this part on YouTube, unless you fast forwarded, then that means that you're watching this 3.5 hours from now. So just go on that channel and look at the one right under it, and it'll probably be much more fun. I'm open up a bunch of packs. Just gonna keep ripping until I get the collectibles. Do the collectibles thing again. See if we can get some fun stuff. I would, after having done that, I do kind of want to mess with these. And if the collectibles were interchangeable in any way at all, then I don't know. I would maybe do it. I'd love to get a top end awards or Stanley Cup or a true Team of the Year card. I occasionally look at the ones that are out there and like the synergies that they have, and so generally it seems like the synergies on the free agencies are better. It seems like generally there's more 99s overall, and there's more pure 99s, but there's also just a lot more free agency cards. I mean, I picked up 2 or 3 in the packs that I opened tonight, and like I forgot about them. I was like, how little I cared. I'm like I may end up actually just selling them. I don't even know, since I think the Klose that I just subbed out when bringing Shattenkirk in and making whatever the other change was with the other new guy that has a right-handed shot. So everyone that I picked up, Shattenkirk, Theo Fleury's free agency alumni, 99 overall. That's the best card that I got. Pretty friggin' solid. I should check the marketplace to see how much he's going for, but pretty solid. So Fleury, Shattenkirk, those were the 2 that I made on the choices. The ones were lower end with ratings. There's 3 of them, I believe, and I just quick sold everything else. So even if I got like an 87 plus like alumni, 86, 87 plus alumni, I just quick sold them all, which is the only reason why I have coins right now. I never have coins. I have coins now. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that. And all I was saying is like because the Klose is untradeable, and it's gonna be a minute I think until I'm putting 93 overall rated cards into a gold rare reroll, if I do at all. Especially since the game is done and I don't plan on playing anymore. And the whole point of this was to try to convince me to switch to NHL20 in the next couple days. So yeah, so but I didn't quite get it. So I think I'm gonna go for it again. As I said, I'm gonna kill this broadcast right now at 3.5 hours. I'll start up another one in about like 10 minutes, and I'll have all the packs already purchased, assuming that I can do the open later thing. So peace for now. I'll be right back though. I'll set up a next broadcast with similar description, or I'm sorry, similar subject at least, if not description as well. So peace out, yo.